see it. Adjust my tie.
I'm loving that tie.
It's even got the fluffy parts.
Dude, it's got the cummerbund thing going on. I look like I'm going to a prom. It's fucking awesome. All right, I think we are live. All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Friendly Fire 6, I think. Birthday Shenanigans, birthday bash. Like Eggroll said, last show was very professional with shoutcasters Chad and Brett, who I saw Brett in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, man. This one's going to be quite different. Polar opposite, maybe. Gift of gab, all the same. Like to talk, but not professional at all. We decided to have a little fun with it. We tried to dress up a little bit. I knew I was going to order this, so I kind of put the gauntlet down on these guys to classify it up a little bit. So they came through. That's pretty good. We've got a wide range. It's like the UN up here. It's like sombreros and I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to think.
I did have a hat. But
oh, that's right. And then you have the Flintstone Mousselage hat, whatever that thing is.
That was English.
That was ridiculous.
That thing.
That's what that is. All right, so I have a sponsor this evening. This is what I'm drinking. This thing is classy. This goes with the tuxedo shirt. Oma Gang, 3 philosophers. Treated myself. It's like a $30 bottle of beer, but we're gonna drink that tonight.
Good lord.
Yeah, well,
that's a good beer, man.
It's like 12 alcohol, 12% ABV. So culprit's going deep, guys.
Nice, man.
Culprit got fancy while the rest of us are drinking stuff out of cans and
I don't
unspeakable things.
Springtime, man. All right, so while I do this, let me just do that for a second. Let me say to the chat, like I always say, if you want to talk to us directly, get our attention, do @whosever name in caps. It just helps us pick it out a little bit better. Don't abuse it, or Puppy's gonna go puppy on you, or Polly probably would be the one. So yeah, that's just because obviously it's hard to pick out in the chat. That's always the easiest way to do that. Guys, to start it off, we like to go around the round table a little bit, talk about what we've been playing, just kind of give everybody a little sense of who you are, what you play. Breen, I'm going to lead off with you because I want to get all the stupid browser flash games out of the way. All right, so why don't you tell everybody what you've been playing the last... I did miss it. And
anyone played Goat Simulator?
There you go. No? Take it away. I'm going to pour myself a beer.
Okay. So I'm Game with Breen. You can search that on YouTube and you'll find me there. And
I'll link it
Twitter
all
as
in
well.
the YouTube, in the description.
Yeah. So, what I've been playing recently, or is that what we're doing?
Yeah. What have you been playing?
Oh, okay. So I've been playing Football Manager mostly.
Nice.
A little bit of Battlefield 4. And not much else really, to be honest. Oh, Counter Strike, CS:GO. Been playing a little bit of that. And Insurgency.
So, Football Manager, is that like the real football or the fake football?
The football, soccer.
That's
the real football.
The
real football.
That sounds like Fantasy Football, the video game. Like, seriously.
I actually watched a Let's Play of the Goat Simulator. That game looks mental.
I've never even seen it.
Oh my god, it's.
I haven't played it yet, but I was going to wait till I was drunk to play it. So
it's.
I
Must record.
Pre-ordered it. So
pre-ordered it.
And Tabletop Simulator come out yesterday.
Yeah,
that was released.
What the fuck is that? I saw you linked that on Twitter. I didn't even go any deeper. I was like, that's enough. I don't know.
Tabletop Simulator, guys. Next.
Is it simulating a table or like
I want
simulator?
to point out quick. Talk about production quality. I went out and bought another keyboard. Okay, just for this podcast.
One. Oh man.
Yeah.
Stepping it up.
Hey.
No expenses spared here. This is like this is cheaper than my beer. So, but you won't hear the clackety clackety clack 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 so much more. And I can actually talk in chat because I was hesitant before. I'll still not be able to keep up with it, but that's okay. So, all right, Breen. So, what did you add? You had Goat Simulator, or you haven't done that yet?
I haven't played it yet, but they're bringing in multiplayer as well.
Multiplayer
Goat Simulator.
Sounds like an orgy.
Yeah.
Well, they need his Oculus and a fleshlight, and I'm there.
Yeah, that's it. I'm ready.
I'm not even drunk yet. Battlefield. Come on, no Flash games? What the hell is going on? No Euro Truck Simulator? Or is that going to be after the cast when you're drunk?
Probably after, to be honest.
27-point turn as you missed your...
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. But I haven't played any Flash games recently, but I need to again.
No kittens or anything like that?
You sort of get to the end of what... You sort of play everything and then... You find new stuff. So.
Was it Breen that did the like cookie simulator thing, or like where it was just like a Flash game that took over 008 for like a good month?
Oh, I don't.
Cookie Clicker.
Yeah, it was it.
No, that wasn't me. No.
God.
I think that was DT. That showed that to everyone.
I'm just
And everyone-
staring at my shirt. I'm sorry.
I was-
Nothing says a
Sorry.
guy's about to have fun than a tuxedo shirt. I'm sorry. All right, Eggroll, why don't you take over from Mr. Breen? He kind of let me down. I thought he'd have some goofier games in Goat Simulator.
Let's see.
Oh man, I tried.
I'm doing Battlefield 4, Hitman Absolution, GTA whenever someone wants to get on and blow shit up, and Puzzles and Dragons, which
What?
it's Pokemon and Bejeweled mashed together. Shut up.
Is that like gay speed dating?
No, it's a phone game, dude. I have to have shit to
A
do.
phone
when
game.
I'm-
All right, well, you get a pass on a phone game.
Yeah.
I play some ridiculous stuff on my phone.
Puzzles and
Well-
Dragons.
You know, we can't all have Tentacle Simulator like you. I mean, come on now.
Octodad?
Jesus. God, I watched that being played a little bit, and it's like, I can't even deal.
It's just frustrating.
It is.
So you did Battlefield 4 though too, all right? So we've
Yeah.
probably I'll let you go. On. We have played Naval Strike because we're going to talk about that's probably what we're going to lead off with.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. So probably talk about your other games, or
All
if
right,
there
so-
is any. I mean, we can go
Yeah,
from
no, dude.
here's your weekly Minecraft segment. Go for it.
This has actually been a rather interesting week for me, or the past 2 weeks it's been since the last podcast. But yeah, I'll just go a week to cut out like probably 6-7 games. I kind of I've been playing Battlefield 4, but like as of late, not as many people have been on, so I kind of been straying away and playing other games. I've been playing a little bit more on the PC games. I know a lot of the PC guys. Yes, he's coming to the dark side.
Yeah.
But no, I installed PlanetSide 2. I've been playing that still. Well, I installed it, so I was playing that before. But I've been playing PlanetSide 2. I played Minecraft, obviously. Those two are a herp derp. And then I installed EverQuest, and I started playing EverQuest. Actually, EverQuest 2, which is an MMO. A lot of you guys may have been seeing the Elder Scrolls Online popping up on YouTube, since that's kind of a recent game. Imagine Elder Scrolls Online, only good. And that's what EverQuest 2 is. Plus it's free. There's no monthly fee, so it's even more better than Elder Scrolls Online. So, it's just better than Elder Scrolls Online.
Do you have an in-game girlfriend?
Actually, no.
Did you have an in-game marriage?
Yeah.
Seriously, didn't that come out like when Clinton was in office?
Oh yeah, that's 20 years old. Well, EverQuest, first one was
The old EverQuest came out in
15 years ago. Yeah.
98 or 99, and then the second one came out in 2005, maybe. Don't quote me. I don't know for sure. And then what else have I played? Oh, okay, so we did the podcast with Chadman last week and Brett too, but I don't know why, but I saw one of his videos pop up, and I'll be honest, I'll say this to anybody, even the people I'm subscribed to. I'm not a big guy that watches Let's Plays. I really don't. Not a big fan of it. But he had one, and it was a game that I used to play
Evil Genius.
ages ago. Ages ago, back in high school, 2001, 2002. And I just clicked on it, and I started watching it, and he was having such a good time playing it that I installed it. I dug up my old copy that was covered in 3 inches of dust, and that was Medieval 2 Total War, which is a real-time strategy game mixed with a combat simulator thing. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. What do I do with my hands? It was a good game though, and it was nice to go down memory lane. And then that kind of got me looking into medieval mindset. So then I started looking at free medieval games and other non-free medieval games, and I might have touched a few other games that I didn't particularly enjoy, so I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot. Mountain Blade it's bad. Just skip it. Don't do it. Yeah. I know it's so old.
Young me skipped it.
Yeah, it is super old. I don't know. I haven't had a proper gaming PC since 2001 or 2003.
And there was no such thing as free to play then, really. So yeah, it's definitely different.
Free to play. What? So I've been hitting up all the free to play stuff.
I spend
And,
half my life on free to play stuff.
You could.
It's out there.
That's it. That wraps
I
you
would
up.
say. I wanted to say, no, I got one more too. I started playing this game. It's actually on Xbox One, and it's a free to play called Project Spark, and it is a video game in which you make video games. Yeah,
That's too meta.
I know. Mine. Say what?
Gameception.
No.
Yeah.
I know, right? But like, it's a game where you can, if you want to, you can download it and just go and play other games that other people have made. Like, you can do that. That's okay. That's a thing. If you don't want to get into all of it, but it's got like a nitty gritty side where it's not so much like programming language, where you see all these letters and stuff, and you have to worry about that. But you can actually build a world. You can create a world using all these tools that kind of similar to what like any game developer would use to develop a world to play in. And then there's also a programming language which is very visual based, like it's got pictures and stuff to kind of give you an idea of what everything does. And you can program a video game and you can program it to do anything. I mean, I've already seen and played other people. I played someone had remade Fable 1. They made like the first little bit and you walk around the town. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. They remade that entire thing in this game. And they also remade Tetris and Pac-Man, and there was someone that remade Limbo. I don't know if you guys have seen that black and white side scroller.
Yeah, Limbo,
That's possible too. I mean, like the amount of possibilities that are in that game is just absolutely crazy. And so I've been kind of dipping my toes into that very, very tentatively because I'm not the best at it, but I don't know, it's fun. So that wraps me up. And now I'm done.
That's pretty good. I thought you'd be like, Minecraft. PlanetSide 2, though, all right, that's good. That's going to tie into another game I want to talk about in a little bit. I'll go through me quick because it's really easy. I haven't gamed much at all. I played Battlefield 4 like once in the last 2 weeks, and that was for a stream, and it was terrible. So it probably turned me off. The servers are terrible. So much rubber banding and stuff. It's like, we'll get into Battlefield 4 a little later, but I could take all the BS with the game, and I've learned to adapt, and it's just, that's Battlefield 4 to me now. But it's like, then when the servers can't handle it, I'm just like, I can't. So I moved away. I haven't played that much. I've been playing MOBAs a lot. Dota 2 and League. I've been trying to just kind of get into that a little bit because I've been watching a lot of it. I get to watch a lot more like streams and stuff than I get to play. I played some Ghost Recon Phantoms, which we're going to talk about that in a little bit. I don't know if did anybody play it at all? I meant to tell you guys to go and try it, but I forgot.
I've seen
that's
a video
on me.
on it. So.
Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit. Chat mentioned it too, but just watching. Hey, Liam McCoy, thank you for staying up. Appreciate that. I'm trying to think. There's one other game. I can't think of what it was. I haven't played really anything at all. Life, I guess, right? Outside. Resolution's great. Gameplay's imbalanced. But yeah, that's about it for me. I guess the game I probably played the most this week is easily League of Legends, but even that's only against bots, because I just can't deal with the anxiety or stress, so it's pretty lame, to be honest.
You're such a noob.
Yeah, stop cheating. And then this weekend, last night went out for my birthday. Tonight we're doing this, so I won't even game this weekend at all. It's crazy. I need to get on Battlefield 4 bad, because my play was so bad, and that was a week ago. Oh, it's bad. So
time to dust off the rust, man.
Oh, so bad. It was embarrassing. It's like it's one thing when you're raging when you're doing it, and then you're streaming it, you're just like, holy fuck. No excuses. But it really was. Like, the rubber band was terrible. I was like, holy crap.
But streaming games always has that little bit of extra stress on you because you're like, am I going to do good? And then we start doing bad. You're just like, you guys, I promise I'm not always this bad.
Well, I'm lucky, though, because I don't have a lot of that. I mean, you still do, but I've never built my channel on being good. It's just kind of so. Some people must. I mean, I couldn't do it. But
well, with your aim.
It wasn't even that. You know what it is, though? And this is total off topic, but it's all right. It's pertinent. For me, when I'm streaming, I have no sense of the game flow. Like, because I die, I look over my chat, talk to the chat, interact, come back. I don't know what's getting capped. I don't know what just happened. I spawn and I'm dead again. It's like chapters of a book, but you skipped. I don't know. It's weird. It doesn't even get to my name. But you just got to do it more. Like, I know I see Tim's in the chat. He does it, streams all the time. Great stream if you guys want to, Titanfall's, I think, is bread and butter right now. He's growing huge. Doing big things, but he's honestly the best produced stream, in my opinion, right now. I'm going to pick his brain a lot. These guys just got to get used to it and be able to focus on two things. So, other than that, yeah, I don't know. Work's getting busy and stuff, so I haven't played much. But that's going to change. So, let's segue from that. First topic is Naval Strike, because we haven't covered that yet, and I want to cover that. I was afraid you guys hadn't played much. And this is good, though, because I know, Eggroll, your console, your Xbox One, right?
Yep.
Okay. Bringing your PC only now? I know you were a console, right? And you just,
I was, yeah.
And God,
PC
you've
now.
had a nightmare transition, haven't you, sir?
I have, indeed,
and,
yes.
Puppy,
yes.
have you... I know we came through with the Battlefield 4, but we don't have Naval Strike on PC, right?
I don't have Naval Strike on PC. I don't have Premium. I don't have any content on PC.
And let's give some kudos to a couple gentlemen that were very gracious to try to hook you up on console. It's a great company 008. Hats off, guys. I did nothing to this. They did it on their own. They, hey, and you messed it up.
I know I did.
It's
Look,
alright,
dude,
though. It doesn't
okay.
ruin it. It doesn't ruin it at all. It does. And they were nice enough. They were like, hey, keep it in the fund, and well, maybe we'll find something else to kind of put that to. But I was impressed by that. I think that says a lot about you. I think that says a lot about the other guys. So that was kind of our nice solemn moment of the podcast before we get too drunk and somebody makes a nice, not nice remark. So I thought that was really nice. So I was impressed.
Yeah.
I was proud of the guys. I was proud of you guys. So that was pretty cool. But you do have premium on console, so you played this on console. So that's good.
I do
That's a
have
bit of a
premium on
balance.
console. So
Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
what are our, let's just talk overall thoughts, Naval Strike. Obviously, I've done a video on it. Most people are familiar. I'm up on it. I like it. It's better than I thought it would be. But let's hear from you guys. I'll go into more detail at the end. I'm going to go around how I have it. So, Egro, you can start it off this time.
I
On
like it.
Xbox
I'm a-
One, obviously.
360. Yeah.
Oh, 360. I asked you and I didn't even hear your answer. Okay.
Yeah, I like it. Though I usually play carrier assault, domination, and like conquest sometimes, but only just barely. Oh, and obliteration. And I don't know. I like the layouts of the maps. The only one I don't like is I believe Operation Mortar or whichever one has
get off.
the sub in it.
Oh, no, that's Wavebreaker.
That one's no. Wavebreaker's the one that it has all the concrete like pylons and stuff with like 3 different islands. I don't know, Naval Strike or something.
No.
That might have-
Nature, kind of. Yeah.
yeah, it's the
Mortar's the big hill.
Yeah, that one, the one that's kind of like set up like Iwo Jima. That one's one of my favorites with the cannons on it.
Yeah.
I just think the maps are pretty good, except for that sub one. I just think it's crap. They have at least on carrier assault, I think they have 3 attack boats on it, and it's just, I mean, if one team caps the outer 2, they got 3 attack boats, and you're done. Like you're done. Can't do anything about it.
I don't know if you guys are seeing this notice from Twitch. They're saying something about they're pushing an update. So if you see a black screen, just hold on. No need to refresh. Just stick through it. So, all right, go ahead. It popped up in my chat. I'm assuming you guys saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Just to be sure. Yeah, I agree with you. I think what you're talking, and we're just going to go back and forth. You guys chime in on his, and I'll give you each a turn too. I think it's very specific for what game and mode and map. Like some maps are awesome for a certain mode, terrible from one and stuff. So I'm kind of with you. I want to ask you about the rubber banding because I know we don't have a PS4 guy here. Chat, if any of you are on PS4, how is rubber banding? I've heard it's terrible. We have some of it on PC, and I'm sure you guys. I'm sure everybody has it now, but I've heard PS4 is just terrible. It's like unplayable.
Yeah.
And you can't even blame server count on that. Like
Yeah.
on PC, it's like if you go 64-man carrier assault, it's pretty bad. But you can avoid it. You go 42, 40, 36. You can get down, and it gets a little better. Not that the game plays that great at those levels, but you can avoid it. But I mean, it's bad. So chat, if you're on PS4, tell me about it. Meanwhile, Breen, why don't you go ahead and give us your surmise on the PC, right?
I haven't played much. I've played a few hours on 32-man servers. And yeah, it's been alright, I suppose. I don't play much of the objective too well. I'm not very good at the game anyway. So but I've enjoyed it because it's something new. It's something new to the game and keeps me interested. But I think once that wears off, I'll probably stop playing Battlefield again, to be honest, because it's not great, is it, at the moment?
No, as a whole, I would say.
But I've enjoyed it. I also enjoy TDM on the carrier. The carrier, TDM.
Oh,
the
yeah.
enemy on the ship.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
quite
that's good.
enjoyable for TDM. Yeah, I've enjoyed that.
I don't know. It's just really
Base
close
massive.
quarters, and pretty much you're just sticking with either PDWs or something above.
Shotgun.
Or an
900
RPG. RPGs
Or
are fine. They work really well.
Mortars.
Oh god.
More, not so much, but
Yeah.
get your RPG in your
I'm
sword.
surprised at how much I enjoy that. Like and I said in my video, I was like, I don't know, I'm an idiot. Like I thought we'd have the 4 domination TDM maps, and I thought that was good because I talked to the guy. What's it, Dice Firewall? He's a great guy. He talks to people like, oh my god, I'm gonna have a love fest with him if we get into it. But anyway, he will talk to you, and you know how hard it is to get Dice to talk. So I kind of knew that was gonna. I had made a tweet saying, oh, wouldn't it be cool if they did it on the carrier? And he kind of replied back, well, like he was smart alecky, but basically confirmed that they were going to do it. So the whole time I'm like, yeah, all right, we're going to get the 4 maps, and then we're going to get that one extra. So then I'm like playing the first time, like, well, where's Lost Island? Where? No, I'm like, shit, are you kidding me? So like I had a chip on my shoulder for that map because I was pissed off. I was like, come on. Kind of makes sense now when you look at Lost Islands. But anyway,
Yeah.
I wanted to hate that map, and I expected to hate that map like the 5th or 6th time I played it, but I haven't yet.
No,
But it's because I play it
fun.
like a total BS. Like I just grab stupid stuff from the start and just go. And I'm like, all right, this is my map to screw around. This is just, And I probably have more gameplays from that map and Domination or TDM than I do any other map in Naval Strike yet. There's like probably 10 shotgun gameplays. They're all the same, 50 and 15. You know, like it's
Shotguns, man.
yeah. How can I show this to you guys on YouTube over and over? It's like it's the same. It's all different gameplay. Everybody's gonna be like, "You showed this before." No, I didn't. It's just the same fucking thing. Yeah, but that's what it is. You gotta have the right mindset. You gotta be like, "All right, it's free for all. Here we go." You know, let's see who can jerk each other off. You know, it's like stupidest weapon you can find and just go. And it is fun. I still get lost on it, embarrassingly enough, and it's not that complicated. But all right, puppy, what do you got for me? Xbox
All right,
One, right?
I will start by saying this. All right.
We'll do Carrier Assault as a whole separate thing. So just go with everything else.
Yeah, Carrier Assault was its own separate thing, and
I'd say we'll talk about it separately. So
yeah. I when I started playing the maps, that's all I wanted to play.
Yeah.
And even when I play now, that's all I want to play. And I'll be honest, like I dip my toes in the water for some of the other game types, just so I could, try it out, see what happens, what is it all about. And every time I'm playing on the other game modes, all I can think about is, this isn't Carrier Assault.
That's a good thing for you.
So, I don't know. Like, I don't enjoy the other game modes. I guess they're all right maps. I'm not a big fan of like the islandy feel maps. It's not really my scene. Even like in other games that have islands, like the Far Cry 3 had you on a lot of islands, which I wasn't like a huge fan of.
Like water. That's why.
Yeah, I don't. That's what it is. I don't like
water in aircraft or something.
Yeah, I have a phobia of water and aircraft, and even in games, if you get me in water or in aircraft, I'm kind of like, not so much, man. I don't want to be here.
Wait, how'd you deal with like 2 years of Egg Roll Airlines? Like,
he died. That's what how everybody dealt with it.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I was supposed to say you were a sponsor tonight too, and I totally blew that. Sorry, I was a little disheveled. President, CEO, and chief operator. Flight 750 or whatever that flight is.
Sole employee, and I'm not even employee of the month. I'm just that guy.
Just that guy.
There's a lot of infighting, a lot of politics in that company. Backstabbing one person.
No, so like I said, I'm kind of not as much a fan of it, just because I'm not a big fan of. Like the setting, really, it kind of turns me off to the point where I don't even really notice the way that the maps actually play out on all the different modes. It detracts too much from me with the island setting. I just can't handle it. So that's me.
Well, see, I'll go through my favorites are the ones that are the less islandy. So I'm with you on that. Like, I love Mortar because I just storm that hill like a boss, and that's all I do. And there's a boat. I don't know. If it kills me, I get pissed. I get to storm the mountain again. Even if we hold the flag, I'm still storming that hill. I don't care. I love it.
Storm your own defenders.
Yeah, Nasha Domination. I don't know. I love that. I think that's a really good domination map. TDM, it's a shit show. I can't stand it because there's no reason for these guys to get off the hill. There's no reason for them not to mortar or SUAV. It's just terrible. But domination, I just think there's such a variety of terrain and like actual routes and cover and things. I enjoy the heck out of it. That might be my favorite, maybe just because it's newer, but it's definitely one of my top ones that I'm actually interested to see how competitive guys. I know Brett just cast it. I think he cast it. Or was involved with a Naval Strike Cup or something like that. So I haven't had a chance to watch it. I want to go back and check that out.
I saw it.
Always interested to see how these guys are going to use these maps because they're going to look for every little edge they can get. So see if it plays out the same and maybe their opinions are the same. I saw some good things on Twitter, so that's always interesting. But I think for me, you guys are the same. When I saw Naval Strike, way back, what did I miss? You guys all laughed at the same time.
I'm laughing at Puppy.
When I saw Naval Strike as a DLC, I was like, all right, there's Armored Kill. I don't care. I wrote it off. I was like, that's not for me. That's my gimme. Dice take my money for free. But I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised. I've enjoyed it. I have enough. Like I said, I love Mortar on Conquest. I haven't played it, ironically enough, on Rush yet. I haven't played a lot of Rush, to be fair. Domination, I love it. Even TDM, it's not that bad. I like storming the hill. I love the little guys that pull out the sniper rifles and they think, oh, hill, I got these guys.
Yeah.
And there's so much cover and ways for you to get them and outplay them. It's just such a cool feeling. and then you can teabag them from up on a cannon. It's great. But yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying Mortar a lot. But the Conquest is a little crazy. Like, went down below. It's just so flat. There's not much cover. But I've had some of my best games down there, like where I've just pulled stuff out of my butt. I'm trying to think what else. All right, so we'll talk about Carrier Assault in a second. Yeah, we talked about the Carrier. I'm with Eggroll. I think you were talking about Wave Break. No, you saying Wave Breaker you didn't like?
I'm confused.
The one with the indoor with the sub? Because I was going
Yeah.
to talk about that. Like, that could be a really good dom. Again, you guys know I'm domination focused. Like, I like the small gap map modes. Could be an awesome domination mode, but that single choke point is just ridiculous to me. It's like you have all this great map and cover, and like that middle area, if you can get on there and play, it's a great fight because there's usually like 3 or 4 guys from each team in that middle, and so it's like really well balanced because nobody can get there because there's snipers and people at the choke points. But if you manage to get there, it's a lot of fun, ducking under the sub and all that stuff. That's a lot, but it's like you can't get there because it's like everybody either your teammates stack up and block the way.
Yeah.
And then the other team, one team has it's a spawn trap every time. So hoping they can do like a Metro style redo, but I don't see them doing it. But they need to add a couple different routes there.
I think the Carrier was their Metro style, but it's so close quarters that you don't have the slightly like open areas of Metro where it's like the
you can't even. There's no power positions. You just got to move.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know how many times, and I'm guilty of it too. I've been just hosed down with that SR2.
I haven't used it yet. I did unlock it, but I haven't used it yet.
It's amazing.
I've heard good things.
It's so amazing. I feel bad using it because it's just. It has the damage model of the UMP-45. It has the hip fire of just. I mean, it's almost microscopic, and. I mean, if you flip it to single fire or even just keep it full auto and just tap fire, you can still hit guys out to 70 yards pretty easy and just mow them down no problem. It's going to get nerfed. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Well, we thought that about the AWS, and that hasn't really gotten nerfed. It got a little rebalance, but it hasn't been changed too much. All right, so let's turn to Carrier Assault because there's a couple things obviously I want to talk about. This Puppy, I'll let you lead the way. We'll go back around the corn. This is obviously your baby. Obviously, when I first heard this, tweeted you right away. This weeks and months ago. So I know you've been hankering for some Titan mode, like nobody else I know. Everybody's on the bandwagon now.
Hanking already. I've been hanking already.
12% out. So yeah, how does it stack? Let's talk first. Like, how does it stack up to expectations, not like experience? So obviously you had big expectations here. I know you know better, but you had expectations. I'm sure.
I knew better, so I went into it kind of cautiously. But there's always that hope in the back of your mind. Like when you're a little kid, you make that wish that I hope I get a car for Christmas when you're 7. And you got that hope, but it's not going to happen. And I kind of had that hope that it would be Titan mode, even though I knew it wasn't really going to happen, and it didn't happen. It definitely is not Titan mode, and a lot of the stuff that made Titan mode what I enjoyed so much it's missing. It's not there, and just be frank and upfront about it. It's not there. The stuff that I wanted to be in there just wasn't in there. Like as soon as the carrier blows, that's it. Game's over. Whereas in Titan mode in 2142, the carrier starts to blow up. You get an extra 10, 15 seconds. The game's already decided. The other team's not going to win. You already have won, but you get another 10 or 15 seconds to play the game out and see how it's going to go.
Hold on a sec, Pop. Hold on. I think Twitch is shitting the bed again.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to go over.
Oh no!
I actually agree.
It's amazing because I will watch. I don't know if we're still technically live on my end. I will watch hours. All right, it's coming back on me again, so we'll get back into it in a minute. I will watch hours of Twitch in a day. I'll watch. I don't even know. I never see stuff like this. It's always when I put a show on. I don't know. Brett, and I know you do it. Darkness, if you're still around. I mean, these guys put shows on. Do you see issues like this, or is it just Fridays and Saturdays we always choose to do this?
I think it's Fridays and Saturdays because that's when everyone has time. That's
capacity.
When all the people from work.
Yeah, I guess. All right, chat. Are you seeing everything okay before we let Puppy continue on with his diatribe?
I was about to say, my theory was you pissed off some dude at Twitch, and he's just screwing with you every time he sees you go live.
Well, the best was the one time I was setting it up, and how we have the layout now, you guys can't see, but I have the chat window, and so, to test it, I'm an idiot. I'm a noob at all this, so I wanted to scroll the chat down so I could see the chat or the text. So nobody's on. I go in the chat room and enter, you know, this whole big wall of spam to get the thing to scroll so I could see it. Next thing Twitch was like, you are now banned for 36 hours from chat. Fuck. So we remember, Puppy, you remember that? We went a whole
Yes, you got banned from your
podcast.
own
I
chat.
couldn't talk in my own chat, and everybody's like talking to me and trying to, you know, I'm like, this is retarded. This is ridiculous. So, yeah, everybody says you're back. So, Puppy, go ahead. Continue on. You were talking
guys
about.
can see me?
You have an audience again.
Fresh.
I don't want to talk to myself. No, I do talk to myself. What am I talking about? Anyway, so it's kind of, I don't know when I cut out, so I'm just going to back up a little bit. Carrier mode is like, I went into it with really high expectations, and it ended up kind of not really necessarily being what I had hoped for. But again, I went into it with a light hope. Like, I didn't go into it thinking, I didn't put all my chips on the table, basically, because I kind of have lost faith in DICE throughout the course of Battlefield 4, as I feel just about 99, 100% of their fans have done. So, you know, I kind of went into it thinking, meh, I hope it's good, but, you know, maybe not. And I like it. I'm not going to lie. I do like it. It's not Titan mode. It's not 2142 by any means. It's not 2142 Titan mode at all. It's definitely Carrier Assault, which is its own breed. It kind of has the same feel just because it's got the, you know, the various, like, the conquest points. You go and you capture the thing, and then it shoots a missile, and explosions happen, and, you know, eventually the carrier opens up, which makes a lot less sense, and to be quite honest, in 2142, you know, like, how many actual aircraft carriers do we have to launch some 40 or 50 odd missiles at to get it to blow a hole in it? Like, that's not a thing. That's not a thing at all. You know, whereas in 2142, like, the Titans had a shield. So, you know, you're like, oh, yeah, I can see it. You got to weaken the shield. You got to make it tired, like Star Trek type stuff. So, you know, it didn't make as much sense. And the whole carrier mode itself doesn't really make as much sense because, like, one of my big issues, one of my big bones to pick with it is, like, first off, there's only 2 objectives that you have to arm to destroy a carrier, which in Titan mode there was 5. You had to destroy 4 before you could get to the final one. And you could attack those 4 in any order you wanted to. They were all available to you at the same time. And then once all 4 of those were down, then the final doors opened. And it was very much like after you destroy the first set, you know, in what we have now, it was, you know, the sirens and sound and the doors, and, you know, gunfire just starts up and it's crazy. But the lack of the amount of objectives, it was a little bit disappointing, you know, just having the 2. And then making, like, I guess they did it just lazy development, I guess. I don't know what else. Or maybe they thought we were stupid, which I've done a video about, like, ages ago, how I think game developers think we're stupid. And probably right in a majority of cases.
I think most of us are, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that what we are destroying in the ship is mobile communications units, like, we get on-side this aircraft carrier, and now we're going to sink it by blowing up their communications. What?
Blowing up their telephone.
What?
Go ahead, April, go ahead.
Like, at this point, like, I don't know if any actual players of Battlefield 4 remember that MCOMs actually stand for that when Rush was introduced in Bad Company 2. They're just thinking, oh, bomb set, cool. Stick it on, you're done. You know? Yeah. And I wish there was, like, 3 or 4 more bomb sites on that ship just to sink it. You know?
And why not give us something else? You know, like, do they genuinely feel we are just too stupid to not arm anything other than the box with a little screen on it? You know, like, we can't walk up to something else and go, oh, it says push X to arm. We should probably do that. I mean, like, they got the, what is it, on Caspian Border, you got the little laptop, you push the button, you know, like, everywhere else they threw other stuff at us, so people know how to go and push other buttons.
Yeah.
It's classic. It's just classic DICE. They go to 95th percentage and then they just paste. You know, they just don't.
It's easy,
finish
isn't it?
Yeah, they just.
That's
great concept. They do they just don't finish anything. This just goes back to Battlefield 4. We're not going to get on a hate DICE thing. That's not the point here. I don't get so hung up on that because, like, to me, it's just like it doesn't really affect gameplay. It's the same thing, and I'm going to come around circle. And I will support you, but like, it's the same thing. People complaining about getting off the ship. I never did it, so I don't understand it. But it's like it has no effect on the game, so I'm not gonna get all crazy about that. Now, would it be nice? Absolutely. Same thing with, you know, like, my thing is, like, at least put the MCOMs I would rather go egg rolls route. Give me more. Give me, or like really 2 MCOMs blow the ship up.
Yeah.
It just took 74 missiles, and like so. All right, you want to put like I at least would have like rather have been strategic. Like put the MCOMs to open those first doors. Okay, the MCOMs the engine room. All right. Then put an MCOM near a reactor. Like make some like a lineage of sense. Or maybe you could just go to the control. I don't know, but like again, I'm not gonna go crazy on the whole MCOM thing. Like it does seem like sloppy and lazy like design. Like they have buttons everywhere. You couldn't put a button on something. I agree with that, but I'm not. I mean, I don't get angry about that.
Like I said, I'm not personally really angry about it. I'm more just disappointed.
That's my trademark.
Yeah.
Easy. You're
very,
allowed.
very disappointed in it, and just because, like I said, I enjoy it when I play it. I enjoy it, and a lot of people I've seen. I've tried to play with people on Xbox One, so I can't say, a lot of people are talking about rubber banding this everywhere, especially in Carrier Assault. And I've seen friends play it, we got a guy that we play with that lives over in Germany, and I've watched him try to play, and I've watched him try to run, and just watching it, his little avatar teleport literally everywhere, like something out of, just an old school Counter-Strike 1.5, funny video or something, making fun of lag. That's very much what it was. He's just running and, teleporting everywhere. So, like, some people, I get it. They get the rubber banding, and it makes it really unenjoyable for them. Personally, I've not had the experience with rubber banding. I thank my lucky stars, knock on wood, whatever. I don't have it.
Well, see, I didn't at first.
Play it, I have fun.
Yeah, when I first started Naval Strike to do the review and all that, didn't have it.
Yeah.
And I played some of the bigger modes. And then just recently, like last week or two, it's been terrible. And I don't want to crucify DICE about that, because that's the server providers, at least on a PC level. But their specs are what these guys are running, and all these, this whole, I mean, you read Twitter, the upgrades are coming, just waiting on deliveries. What? Like, you get servers mailed to your door? Like, come on. Again, they think we're idiots. It's like, I don't know, but... Go ahead, Bobby. I'm sorry, but yeah, I didn't have it initially either. It just, I think it almost correlated with that patch. I'm not sure, but go ahead. Carry on, sir.
I said I haven't experienced the lag or anything, so when I play it, I enjoy it. Just because I try not to look at it too technically. Like I have to force myself, very, very tunnel vision myself, and just go. I'm here with my friends to have a good time.
At this point, right?
And I mean that's really the way it is with anything in Battlefield 4 at this point.
That's what I was saying.
I have
accept
to
it for what it is.
Yeah, I have to accept it for what it is, and it's not perfect. But like I look at all the other FPSs that are out there right now, and I'm like, well, what am I going to play? PlanetSide 2, I love that game. It's a ton of fun. But like I know like 4 people that play it, maybe 5, and I've not seen any of them actually on. It's an older game. I don't think anyone plays it anymore. And a lot of the other FPSs that are out there, like on Xbox One, what are my choices? Call of Duty Ghosts? No thanks.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to give him a little credit for a minute. Like, we've seen 2 big game modes added to Battlefield. It was Obliteration and Carrier Assault. I mean, that's not for nothing. Those are pretty big undertakings by DICE standards. I mean, we didn't see anything like that in Battlefield 3. We saw, like, Scavenger and armor, whatever the armor and then the air assault.
Tank domination.
Yeah, these BS game modes. So I like that. I like that at least they're trying. But, again, it's a 90% job. They're just not finishing it, and it drives me nuts. So I'm going to segue over to one thing I think we'll all agree on, and I've seen, rarely does this community agree on anything. The parachuting in, and then furthermore, the spawning into the ship. And I will just make a footnote that I've directly talked to Firewalls. I've seen a lot of guys talk to him. He said he's taking a look at it. This is the map designer, is the guy that would do this. Now, caveat, he has officially, I believe, moved off of Battlefield 4. He's on Battlefront now. But he's told me, he's looking into, he contacted me about my review video, which was kind of awkward because not all of it was good, basically critiquing his work, which is always a weird feeling.
Yeah.
But that's why I love this guy. He's really cool about the fact that you say negative, you say good, I try to balance it. But anyway, he said they're looking into the parachuting to see what can be done. He's not really a PC guy, he's not a BS guy, so I don't know if he would say that if that wasn't, like, other guys I'd be like, yeah, okay, sure you are. But, I think he is. I think he's looking into what they can do, but I don't expect anything.
Issue? What's the issue?
Yeah, I don't know the issue either. I haven't played much. I've played like 2 games.
Well, when the carrier opens up, right, and I think Puppy, was it you that said it's then a free for all? It's a race. I mean, the whole mode is a race, but then it's like literally like you might as well set a 5-minute timer And you can then, like obliteration, you can parachute in onto the ship. You start way up, you parachute in onto the flight deck, which is kind of silly because that's where their choppers are. So all the time you see support parachute in, they C4 all the choppers, and then they run down and play, and when the chopper takes off, they blow it up. But anyway, it's like, so the defenders can't defend. Like, you kill the people, they just parachute back in. I guess theoretically you could defend so well, you could get on the deck and shoot these people as they come in. I think that's kind of what they thought would happen. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, it might not be on all platforms, but on a PC, if they get into the second set of MCOMs, they then spawn into the hangar bay. The hangar bay, I think, is what it's called. So they're spawning in the ship, and it's like...
There's actually a little trick to that you can actually, if you can get somebody to stand literally with their back against the wall back there on your team, they won't spawn in there anymore. They'll spawn outside the carrier.
So it's like a domination thing where you can block the spawn. Okay.
Yeah, you block the spawn.
Well, that's even worse, frankly, by design. Either you wanted to do this or you don't. But to me, you guys know, like, I mean, I think we're all agree. We're kind of hardcore about this. Like, we want the game to be hard, and it's like, how are you supposed to defend? You have 2 MCOMs. To get to the first MCOM, you have to walk through these opening doors that are ADS by 74 people, so you can't do it. Some alternate routes, but anyway, it's impossible to defend. And maybe I think that's by design. I think they wanted to keep the match timers down. I understand that desire, but I think they went too far with it. So I wanted to we'll talk about what the problem is, and then maybe we'll talk about what we could see as a solution. And I do want to wrap up the Battlefield 4 and just kind of move on to some other stuff. But we're on target. But I'm going to go around. Breen, why don't you talk? Well, you said you didn't have any experience with this?
I've only played 2 games.
Carry us up.
And I didn't really play the objective. We ended up actually trying to blow ourselves up with RPGs. So
very nice. Very classy.
Your clan tags, sir. Turn them in.
Sorry?
Your clan tags. Turn them in.
You're out. Get out. I'll go, guys. Sorry, I'll see you later.
All right, girl. What do you think? I mean, does the parachuting bother you? I mean, chat. All right, first, chat. Tell me. I mean, I don't think I'm wrong. I mean, maybe I'm in a Twitter bubble and whatever. But
no.
What do you feel about the parachuting? What do you feel about the spawning on the ship? And then we'll let girl talk. Go ahead. All you.
Oh, okay.
Breen is part of the problem. I absolutely ban Breen 2014 right
guys,
now.
I'm just gonna go. I'll catch you later.
It's not dice, please. It's Breen, please.
Bye!
Breen, please.
I don't know. For my stuff, I just don't like the fact that you can spawn like that entire blown out portion of where you can run down that ramp and then just it's from the deck. I hate that stupid thing. Like, I would be totally fine with just the 2 entrances and just the like bay underneath the entire carrier. Just give me those 3 things, and it's fine. You can actually defend it. You can set up points where you can actually defend instead of just like, you have no choice to just sit in the middle, die, and then hopefully you can hold the engine bay. Hopefully, which I think is another whole mess of crap. It's absolutely set up in attackers for me. Yeah. It's just you don't have any chance whatsoever in defense unless you literally just stonewall them with like 4 guys or 8 guys and then 4 guys attacking, and hopefully you take their carrier.
Them off. Yeah, you can't even defend it. You're just holding. It's like you're falling on the ground and laying down and hoping to trip somebody. I mean, that's literally what you're trying to do. But yeah.
And I just like the fact that Breen played 2 rounds of carrier assault and instead played TDM while playing it.
I'm not gonna. Well, that's what DT's in here. Breen is the best person to play BF with. We achieve nothing but have lols.
That's what it's about.
I'm not gonna hate on that. I agree. That's important too, especially in Battlefield 4.
We spent one round at sea trying to blow each other up with RPGs. So. While the rest of the team were doing the work.
Well, I'll be fair. I played with Polly one night, and that was like my first experience in carrier assault. And Polly's like trying to do it. He's loving carrier assault, so he's in it and he's doing it. And I'm obviously trying to get the PDW. So I'm trying to shoot boats. That's all I'm doing. Don't care about nothing else. And Polly in squad chat's like, carrier's open. Oh, okay. I go to attack. No, ours. Like, I have no idea what's going on because it happens so fast. It's like you're just getting in the rhythm of the match. Wait, where did everybody go? Like, and that's on like a 50 man server. You're like, and they're all on the carriers. And it's like, so it's easy to forget and easy to get lost in that. But, and I think, Eggroll, you touched on it. I think at least we need one more MCOM. You have to have like the foothold MCOM on the ship. Mm-hmm. Then you have to have, theoretically, the B flag MCOM. You know, the one that there's the big battle, and then there's the last one. I think one more would have been okay. Would have been acceptable anyway. But I'm just trying to read. Puppy, do you have an opinion on the parachuting?
Look, all right. So here's my thoughts on. Yeah, here's my thoughts on the parachuting, more or less. I think they did it. They were actually trying to kind of copy Titan mode on this one a little bit, which is surprising because they didn't really copy it anywhere else. In Titan mode, I know a lot of people haven't played it. When the shields went down, you were able to get on the ship, but you got on it. You didn't get a spawn point like that. That wasn't a thing. But because the Titans actually flew around the map, like there was always ground underneath them. And you basically what you did is your team would get several, not just one, but several of these, basically like Amtrak type vehicles. Imagine like an Amtrak, but a little bit different and futuristic-y and stuff. And I actually don't think it shot anything. I don't remember exactly. But it was a personnel transport vehicle, and like you basically just drove it up under the Titan, and that was your spawn point. And then you could actually shoot yourself out of this thing. Via like a little cannon pod
I wish we
thing.
had that. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Imagine the cannon on mortar. Like you could hug it. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, so like I think it was kind of their way around it because we don't really have anything like that. I mean, what do we have? We have the transport choppers. I've not really personally seen an Amtrak. Are there Amtraks in?
Well, no, like what I've said, and I'm going to touch on Brett said in the chat. He had a good idea. I could never see them doing this, but on each like submarine subs at the time, instead of the things breaching, subs pop up just close, but in between shore and the thing, and then that's your base of launch, and there's jet skis everywhere, so you're still exposed. You're fast. You can get there still almost just as quick. But you're so much more exposed. That would be great, but I don't see them doing those resources. Or like I've said, and I've had discussions on Twitter, is that, all right, at that case, then let them parachute onto the nearest point, whether owned or not, and then obviously then they would clearly own it. They would take that point over whether they owned it or not, and they just have a shitload of boats and jet skis, almost like respawn, like instant respawn boats and jet skis. Just let them stay on the shit. Like,
see, I think that's the main issue is like a lot of people feel like it takes no skill to earn your spot on the ship because you basically as soon as the shield go down, GG, you get a spot on the ship now.
How do you defend? You can't wipe them off.
Yeah, you can't push them off. Whereas like even in 2142, if they have the Amtrak, if you sent down some little dude running around with a C4 invisible and boom blows it up, and that buys you a little bit of extra time, a little bit of breathing room, and it gives your team a chance to go out and cap more objectives or try their luck on the the enemy Titan or whatever. So it bought you some time. So like the fact that there's like no way to really turn that, I can see that as kind of being a downside, and I wish they would have done something about it. I don't know what they can do honestly at this point though, because like with how long it takes the transpo choppers to spawn, and the fact that Brett confirmed for me, I saw him in the chat there, that said that there are no Amtraks. So really the only way you can spawn in is via a transpo chopper, and either that or squad leaders or the spawn beacons. It might happen,
so
but like I feel like
it would be awesome.
I don't know. I just came up with something that's just those giant giant hover boats on the Karg Island that would come in.
That's what we thought we were getting.
Yeah, just have those come in right next to it, park it, and then have an Amtrak spawn on there. And then the only way that you get a spawn point on carrier is if you somehow get one of those Amtraks into the wet deck, and that's your spawn point. And then, you have, obviously, the other ways of getting in, jet skis, boats, and stuff that just get shoved off the hovercraft.
Puppy, are you doing something under the table?
Oh, God.
No, it's typing.
Show us them hands. Show us the hands.
That was an old face. Yeah, that was awkward, dude. I don't know. That was awkward. All right, I see what you're saying, Egg Roll. It's almost like a whole different objective. Like I said, here's what I think. I think they probably tried some of these variations where you spawn on shore, but the closest point, whatever. And I think it was OP for the defenders. Snipers on deck and all these things. So I can see that too. So it is a bit of a rock and a hard place. I'm tired of the training wheels on Battlefield 4, and that's what it comes down to. The lock-ons, what's next? A smart pistol, like I'm tired of this. Like the spawning on the ship kills me because how do you defend? And like Puppy says, at some point you just accept it and you play it as it is. But like you guys said, I don't think he's giving lip service. I think he really would like to do something about it. I just don't see them doing it now. I don't see them providing the resources. And the old saying is like the enemy right? Like, or But what are they going to come up with next? I'd almost just like, listen, let's just leave it how it is. We'll figure out tactics for this and leave us alone, please. Like, who knows what they're going to make it. So, but it would be so cool to see, like you said, squad leader or a spawn beacon. Like, there's so many like gangplanks and things and places you could hide and put one of those down, and that would really make a good recon so valuable. To a squad. It would just be awesome. Like, it's too bad. It's just too bad, and they insist on just making it so easy, and it frustrates the hell out of me. All right, so let's wrap up Naval Strike. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Probably I'll let you go last. So, Breen, you haven't talked so much. I'm gonna lead off with you. Put you on the spot.
It put me on the spot. God damn
So
it.
I hear you're a TDM aficionado. So why don't you tell me what TDMs are your favorite?
A few guys in the chat said about dinosaurs, and they should really implement dinosaurs in the game. I don't know
Should
what
we
you guys
talk about
think.
Easter eggs?
Yes.
No, you're gone. See you later.
That's
That's two. That's two,
Podcast
man.
end.
Breen, that's two. We're not even an hour in. Might be the first person kicked off a live broadcast. Okay. I've never kicked a person out of 008.
You're being fair.
Consider yourself warned, sir.
I'm working on it, right?
Oh god.
But I haven't really played it much, so I can't really say much.
But this is really cool because now I can put Easter eggs in my video title and get all them views.
No, that's it.
Because we officially talked about it.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
all right, go ahead. I'm
definitely.
sorry. You got megalodons everywhere, right?
No, that's it. But I haven't played it much, so like in the last week I've probably played 5 hours of Battlefield, so I've played a little bit of the new DLC, but not much really. It's been a bit frustrating.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, that's
So I just play with my RPG at the moment. It's nice and fun. It's relaxing.
that has nothing to do with Battlefield either.
What's that?
Yeah, it's an actual RPG.
Yeah, well, it's it's what he calls it.
Oh, what is it called? RPG.
You can call it whatever you want to call it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a
I don't know,
cultural
you guys
thing.
have really lost me right now. What the fuck?
Egg roll, take us away from here. What are your final thoughts on Naval Strike? Thumbs up, thumbs down, RPG up, RPG down, whatever.
I like Naval Strike. I really do. It's probably my favorite DLC.
It's easily the best DLC.
Yeah, they need to actually bring Titans back. Like legit, just Titan
just bring
over
the Titans
carrier
back.
mode. Yeah,
No, I'm
you're
saying,
done.
no Battlefield 5. We want to see Battlefield 2143, and if,
Yeah.
just make it happen.
Literally, just take the code from 2142 and then just put the Titans in, and don't even do graphical upgrade. I just want just the 2004's graphics.
Meanwhile, all they'll do is a graphical update, and how they. I mean, God bless them. Everything they do does look great, but yeah. All right,
Well,
Puppy, take us home. Oh, go ahead, Bagro. If you're not done, go ahead.
I'm just, yeah.
Puppy, take us home. What are your final thoughts on? I know you said it's not Titan mode, but it's good.
It's
And
not
I'm
Titan mode, but it's
agreement with
fun.
that.
I'd give it a solid 6, out of 10.
I'd give it more than that. I'd probably give it
if-
7 overall.
No.
Oh no! Well, you're
Okay.
talking carry. I'm talking Naval Strike at large.
I'm talking Naval Strike at large. I'm
Okay.
talking the
I
whole
would
thing.
give it
I'd give it a solid 6 out of 10, but that's just because, the whole game itself, Battlefield 4 as a whole, I wouldn't rate above a 7 maybe or an 8, 7.
Yeah, mine's a
but
weighted scale. Mine's a Battlefield dice scale. It's
not bad.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
it's not bad. That's like a 9.5.
out of everything that Battlefield 4 has done for us, I'd say it's probably the best thing that they've done for us so far. It's probably one of the things that I've enjoyed the most. The whole experience as a whole, minus Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker.
Oh God.
I love that map, dude. I love it to bits. Every
love
game mode, I will
Dawnbreaker.
play any game mode on it. And I will any.
Hey, Brad, thanks for coming out, man. I'm sorry.
Just give me Dawnbreaker. I love that map so much. But
I struggle in the Conquest with that one though, but
I like it. I love.
I don't play it
all
much. That's the problem mostly.
flying the choppers through the buildings and stuff and into the buildings, of course.
Widgety pup.
No.
So I don't know. Overall, I like it, and I don't regret having played it and put time into it. I feel like it was a worthwhile experience, and it's been fun, and I will continue to play it. Could have been better.
You've got to get it for PC because we got to do some hold this house on Mortar at some point.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, tell you
gotta
what, dude.
happen.
If you can find a
And
way,
then you can
to-
flip and play on the Xbox side. We can have Puppyception where you play,
Puppyception
and we can
on
splice
both
the
sides.
video in. That would actually be pretty funny.
If you could find a way to nab just Naval Strike for me and give me a heads up on that when it's a little bit cheaper than the rest of it, give me a heads up and I'll try and pick it
It'll
up.
probably a while. I mean, because I've seen that Battlefield 4, I think itself is like 50% off right now. But
Yeah.
like premium and all that, they don't. They
That's
don't move
still $30, man.
that. Yeah.
This game ain't worth that much. I'm sorry.
I think it is. I've gotten $30 out of it. I definitely have. It's the problem is that you see what it could be. We all do. We all see
Yeah.
what
I think
it could be.
that you hit the
Person
nail.
that's just walking up like, hey, $30, it's a great game for 30. In my opinion, it's premium's a different argument, but like I said, all right, Naval Strike Rocket Up, I think clear and away, like not even close. It's the best DLC for Battlefield 4 by far. Hope it's not that case at the end. Puppy, you're
That's an
really
old face.
worrying me right now. Like I'm uncomfortable. I'm not gonna.
That's
lie.
weird.
I'm a guy in a baby blue tuxedo shirt, and I'm comfortable about you. I don't know.
You don't even know how hot I am right now.
I need a blanket with a head hole, dude.
With Shamrock chain.
Yeah, with a pimp chain.
You are the
Like-
UN. Like, I don't even understand what's going on over there. Your egg roll
You-
with a Spanish thing and an Irish thing going on.
Yep.
You
I
can't
was
really
waiting
see
for
it.
the post show to ask you, but
There's sweat beads coming off me, bro.
I believe you. I have 3 windows open in here. It's hot.
Bandana, what you think it's for? Yeah. What up?
That's why I don't do
God.
the headphones. The headphones are, it's too much. But all right, so let's wrap up Naval Strike. So I wanted to talk. I mean, I probably did expect us to talk this much on Battlefield 4. So I want to talk about a couple other games. I know you guys said I was going to talk about Ghost Recon Phantoms. Chat, have any of you played that? Give me your feedback while we'll talk about another game, and I'll come back around because I think I'm the only one that's played that. I do want to cover that a little bit because I think it deserves it. There's another game that I want to talk about now. Eggroll, I think you're going to be left out here a little bit. Breen and Puppy. Puppy, you're on the free-to-play kick, but has anybody paid attention to Sony Online Entertainment, H1Z1? They're basically
seen-
DayZ game that they're going to be launching. I think early access fairly soon, free-to-play. So it's...
Oh, really?
By your expressions, Puppy, I'm going to say you haven't. Eggroll, again, you're in console, so I don't believe their
may
plans
or
are to
may
come
not
on
be.
consoles, but...
I might be looking it up right now.
It's
Just
DayZ.
for-
It's a DayZ slash
They've named it
Rust
after
clone. Yeah.
the pig. Is it the pig flu? H1Z1.
What do you mean? What did you say? I didn't hear what you said.
Or is it bird flu? We had one of the two in England, didn't we? They've named it
H1N1.
after that.
H1N1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the bird flu. I believe it was. Yes, and that's what I said in one of my videos. I think. It's H1Z1. I forget. I believe. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I just wanted to bring this up because it looks really intriguing, and if you guys haven't seen it, you should look it up because I don't know. This one looks really cool to me because, and of course, they're in the promise stages right now where they're just saying everything we want to hear. They're saying hardcore. I mean, I swear to God, they're getting paid by the time they say it. We're building for hardcore. It's going to be about hardcore. It's going to be survival. It's permadeath. It's hardcore. It's permadeath. So I get it, but I hope it's true. But it's built on a Probably this is where I was talking about PlanetSide 2. It's built on the PlanetSide 2 engine, so they have off the shelf. They have an engine to use, and they have Sony. It's a Sony. They have EverQuest 2, I believe. They have modules and things they can just go. All right, we got a builder here. Boom, here off the shelf. So that definitely better than Arma. So I don't know. I was going to talk about it, but none of you guys.
We go ahead and talk about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm waiting
I've
for chat to
seen
catch
the-
up a little bit and maybe give some input if they will.
Here's-
Because here's the thing. Like, I love DayZ. It might have been my game. Oh, God, I was going to say 2013. Was DayZ 2012? Because I know there was a year of delay. Might have been game of 2012. That's terrible.
It was going to release in
They
2012.
ought to
wasn't
just
it?
start calling it DayZ forever because it's
Yeah,
looking
well,
like a victim, bro.
I know it's all these people that were on the hype train, and I feel for them because I haven't bought it yet. I'm still holding out on standalone. Now they're coming around because hackers are back, and this isn't good. This isn't supposed to be a DayZ trash because I still am a DayZ fan and I still want it to go where it wants to go. But I love the idea that they're going to have some competition. Competition is great, especially for the consumer and for the gamer. Competition is good. And these guys have not even pulled punches at Sony. God, what was the guy's name? I can't. Smedley, I think it was his name, doing a live stream the other day. You guys, if you're following it, you've watched it with me. Like I have. He came right out and called out DayZ, Rust. He's naming names. He's not even afraid to say, well, other games in the genre. No, he's talking. He said something really cool that I liked. He pointed out Walking Dead. He says, I want people to be able to. What was the name of that town? Maple Grove or whatever, the governor's town, whatever the heck it is.
Yeah.
I want that, or the prison. He's like, I want people to be able to make this, and then they raid each other, and I was like, I'm all over that. And so the ideas and what they want are good, but then you watch a live stream and you get the designers and Puppy, you guys will get it. They're like, yeah, we're a small little team here. We're very agile. we're able to iterate very quickly. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, you're a small team. Like stop with the buzzwords of we're very agile. We can iterate things. Come on, I get it. It's a free to play. You're gonna put this out. You're gonna see if the interest is there, and then maybe they'll support it. But anyway. I don't know. I think it's cool, and I just wanted to have a little bit of a discussion on it because I love the idea. And I don't know where DayZ's proof of concept, and there's a ton of money there to be made. The problem with DayZ, it just doesn't work very well, and gunplay. So a PlanetSide 2 engine with decent gunplay. I don't know. I think it could definitely be a winner whether they follow through on their promises. So go ahead, Puppy. I know you had something to say.
I was going to say, because it's backed by SOE in particular, I can speak from experience because I played PlanetSide 2. And before that I played EverQuest and EverQuest 2, and I played a little bit of maybe some Star Wars clone adventures. Don't judge me. I see you judging me.
This is my journey.
I can tell you that as a company as a whole, they typically don't pursue anything that doesn't show promise, because the Sony Online Entertainment is very much they're very much the Activision or the EA of that end of gaming. But what they tend to, as of late anyway, what they've been focusing on is the massive multiplayer experiences that are essentially free to play, but are not necessarily pay to win, but as close to it as they can possibly push the boundaries. And I would not be surprised if they came out with this game, and it could be brilliant, it could be amazing, but they are going to make it as close to as pay to win as they possibly can.
That was going to be my big question. Yeah,
they are definitely going to do that because they do that with every game that they do. Because they want that subscription.
Usually. Yeah.
They want that subscription, like all their games, EverQuest 2, EverQuest 1, PlanetSide 2, all those games are free to play, but they all have a subscription. They all have a subscription service, they all have a cash shop, they all have so many different ways of throwing your money into that game that, if this game is backed by SOE, then I can guarantee you, absolutely 100% guarantee you that those are going to be in there, and it's going to be the same. It's not like, oh God, what is the game? Is it Team Fortress 2? I think so. It's very
they don't
balanced.
Care about making money.
They have like a little cash shop. You buy your hats and shit, but it's all external deco
hats
stuff and nothing.
Do you know how much money they make on hats?
Okay, look, I understand they make.
No, I'm just saying, that's
oodles.
all they need to make money on. It's
it's
dumb. You're welcome to PC gaming, sir. All right.
Yeah, they make.
Before you speak down on Valve, check yourself because you just
I'm not speaking down on them.
You just wrecked yourself, fool.
I'm just saying, you don't insult Valve on a PC podcast. You just don't do it.
I'm not trashing them on that. They got it going on. Basically, what I'm saying,
you're right. That is like the bar. Yeah.
And there, the stuff that you buy is purely cosmetic. You don't buy more powerful guns or stuff, Whereas if you look at PlanetSide 2, which is probably the closest
Ghost Recon Phantoms, like I'm about to talk about, but
I actually I haven't played it, but
they're blatant. It's bad.
I did talk to a few people in one of our Skype chats who said that the game was super fun until you get past the beginner servers.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
And then it just gets.
You know about as much as I do.
Yeah. So
go ahead. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you.
I foresee the H1Z1 becoming very much the same ball game where it's going to be if you really want to
somehow.
And you're really dedicated, you'll be able to play it and it will be free, but you're going to get pooped on, and ultimately they're going to find a way to suck every dime out of your pocket.
But think about it now. Have you played DayZ yet? I know you're pretty new. I don't know if you bought it. All right. So how do you do that in a survival, like a loot concept where it's luck of what you find? How do you make it pay to win? You don't start with anything, so it can't be pay to win. That was my big question about this one.
Maybe they let you start with something.
You can't do that. You cannot do that on a permanent.
Maybe they let you start with something. Maybe they let you start in a better place.
Well, we're talking about War Z now, and that was a scam. But
maybe they would
do that.
Let you buy a house or a fort or whatever.
Well, I think what you might see is you'll see a discount built in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Something like that. Maybe that even would be pushing it because survival games are so hyper competitive. Because it's literally tooth and nail. You're fighting for things, and the way they've made it sound is that it's going to be really hard to find things like cars you have to put together, and you have to wait for like a lightning strike to charge your fucking battery. Like, I love it. It sounds great. I want it as hard as possible. I really do. I want it a survival game should be super, super stupid hard. I don't know how you're gonna make money on it. Like, all right, so this guy, he's walking through town. I'm on an Overwatch. Say I got Polly's down there looting the supermarket, right? There's this guy in rags walking up the street, and I ADS check him out. He's got a tiger skin on his musket, and Ghost Phantom's thing on his tomahawk. Like where are you gonna? It's gonna look ridiculous. Like a shark skin camo on his backpack. I don't know.
Let's see, that's the thing though, is I don't think they're really gonna do a whole lot necessarily cosmetic. There may be some stuff that's cosmetic, but knowing Sony Online, more than likely what they're going to do is they are going to let you buy weapons, and they are going to let you buy ammo and all that stuff. Like,
it would be pretty cool, like, if you went to, like, let's say the supermarket and you had a store credit.
Yeah.
That would be pretty funny. Like, I guess
that would be funny.
Like, there's like a safe haven in there, right? Like, you could go and, like, you got a store credit, and if you're their premium member, you get X amount of dollars every week.
You get extra stuff.
This entire game just sounds like Fallout if they said, okay, no NPCs. Like, everyone has to be their own NPC. And then just make a game like Fallout, where you just kind of go around.
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
like, I don't know. I have no skin in this game, so I don't care either way. But I don't know. I thought that'd be pretty cool. But
the concept sounds. I mean, you're supposed to be able to build structures, take over land, build car. I mean, it's like all I want. I don't care where this game goes is to compete with DayZ. And even Rust, we'll throw Rust in there, but Rust is like just they're two big problems if you don't know are really security. It's hackers and security. It just ruins the game. And a security survival game where you're like literally like a can of beans can mean life or death. When you get slung up in the air by a hacker and dropped to your death, it's kind of annoying. That's why I went away from you guys. I did like Let's Plays of it. I would put 20, 30 hours into a character and videos where and then he would just get killed by a lightning strike from a cow. It's like, well, how do I make that fit my so and I have faith that their game would be secure, and that's already a leg up. So that'd be great. Like I said, I just recently came up. I think PAX East, is that where this was announced? Does anybody know? It just recently popped up. I think it's pretty clear that these guys, a suit at Sony was like, you know what, that DayZ looks like a good idea. Why aren't we doing it? And where the hell they been? I don't understand why it took so long. These people that have these people on payroll, like why not? But it's great. It's great. I mean, if nothing else, light a fire under Rocket and the rest of these guys. So let's spin. Do anybody else have anything to add? I know I don't want to spend too much time because I know you guys don't have too much knowledge of it.
Pay to win freaking
that's all I got on that one.
Yeah, well, let's go into pay to win again. I do want to cover Ghost Recon's Phantoms because I have some really good things to say about it. But it's, go ahead.
I don't know. I haven't played Ghost Recon Phantoms. I have played Combat Arms, which is another pay to win shooter, and it just freaking sucks. Like, you have your default guns that are okay, and then you have a dude that dropped $50 on something and just blows everyone away because you got a 1,200 rounds per minute. It's a laser beam, and you just can't beat that.
Yeah, I mean, I want to dispute you, but that's pretty much what this game is. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's some background, and I'll touch on what Puppy said. You started, and I did. I loaded it. It was free to play. Check it out. It used to be Ghost Recon Online. They have some idea that online has this bad connotations. No, bad games have bad connotations. So they renamed it Phantoms, which is dumb. But I didn't ever try it before, but it had pretty bad reviews. But anyway, it had a pretty big patch, and they rebranded it, basically. So I tried it, because I'm looking for something new right now. Battlefield 4 has been terrible. I actually really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it quite a bit. It's very different. It's and I've used this analogy before. It's chess to Battlefield 4's checkers. Like I've said, Battlefield is chess to COD's checkers. Same idea. It's slower and more. You have to think about it more. It's obviously cover to cover. The gunfight's usually won before you even pulling the trigger. That kind of thing. And that's great. It's actually really fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to play with other people. I hope it does come to console because I think you guys could absolutely play this game. It's squad based and all that stuff. You don't need big servers or anything like that. It's definitely a team squad based coordinated communication games. But when you get into they don't even care. They don't even try to pretend that it's not pay to win because it's like they have their own rating scale. Like the guns are rated. There's all these things: recoil, damage, control. But there's like a gun rating. It's like the first gun you start out was 3.5. The next one 4.2, 5.6. So they've even rated them in-house the guns better than the others. And here's the real kick. Like I was like, I'm a sucker for games. Like free to play, I feel like guilted to spend money on them if I enjoy them. So I played this game for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours maybe. I don't know. So I was like, I dropped $15. I was like, okay, no problem. Boom. Now I feel like we're even. We're good. We're good here, right? So, but you can't like just buy like the 6th gun. You can't buy the best gun. You have to own every gun before it to buy the last gun. It's like insulting. You're like, well, I'm all right. $15. I will pay $15 for that last gun. Nope, can't do it. You gotta buy every gun before, and the grind numbers are like ridiculous. It's like dirty. It's like you're like, all right, I played this game for 5 hours. I've been actually kicking ass. I've got 5,000 units, whatever the hell the currency is. It's like 79,000 units for the next gun. You're like, who's doing that?
Yeah.
So, and like Puppy touched on, it's like you get in the game and you're like, I'm a natural at this game. I'm great. I'm out thinking. I'm out playing noobs. And then you look, beginner matchmaker. You're like, okay. So you realize you're playing against other beginners, and it's a lot of fun in that sense. And as you get, I haven't gotten out of it yet, but I accidentally played a non-beginner matchmaker. You can opt out of it. Owned. Like, just because there's armor slots, there's team regen slots, there's, literally damage mitigation. Like, there's just all these things that new players don't have unless you spend money.
Right.
It's clearly pay to win, which I guess the fact they're not hiding it is admirable, I guess. They're not even trying to pretend in a way, but it's like clearly if you don't spend $30 on this game, you are clearly going to get beat. Like, it's just flat out. So if you're going to play it, you got to play it. But I will tell you, if they come up with more maps and stuff, they don't have enough. There's like 3 maps. If they come up with a full support and it might be worth $30. I did enjoy it, so I'm just kind of waiting for chat to chime in and see what they think. But if you haven't played it, again, I know Eggroll, you're not privy to it just yet, but check it out. It's free to play. Obviously, they're paying all the YouTubers to cover it, not myself. Darn it. But it's free to play, so why not make your own opinion? And it is fun, like Puppy said, up until like level 8 or something like that. Like
up until you get out of it.
Yeah, you get to play against other guys that don't have all the good stuff, and if you do run against a guy that has the good stuff, he's a total toolbox because he spent money on a game he's barely played. But it's enjoyable. It's different. It's just different enough. It's just familiar enough. It's a good game. It's got a good concept, but I'm not sure they're gonna come through on it because they've already tried to, and now they're rebranding it. It's not like this is a brand new IP, so I don't know. I just want to talk about that for a minute, but. Anybody else have anything to add on that? Chat, I haven't seen their chats just insulting each other. So
yeah, chat's off on another thing. I got nothing really to add for it other than, like I said, at this day and age, it's kind of expected from even free to play games. Like just finding
this is
good
Ubisoft.
Free to play. I've not actually experienced a lot of Ubisoft free to play, but just like free to play in general.
No, not free to play, but it's Ubisoft. It's just.
Unless it's like a company that's already doing well for themselves, like Team Fortress 2 originally wasn't free. I know they're free to play now, and everyone's like, oh yeah, Team Fortress 2, yeah,
charity or something, yeah.
Back in the day, like you had to pay for it, and
they had already paid off development.
Yeah, they basically already paid off what their
game was
costs. Like, all right,
yep.
Well, it's already paid off now, so yeah, let's make some more money, make it free to bring in more people, because then they don't have to buy it, and that's like good business sense. As well, but
you're coming around. You're getting indoctrinated into Valve. It's coming. It's coming through your PC. It's gonna happen. Steam. It just slowly creeps in.
Like I said, though,
next podcast, guys, he's gonna be like Dota.
No, I will not.
They give
touch
you all
a
the
logo
champions.
for my
It's
life,
great.
dude.
I'm watching the international.
I don't mind watching. I don't mind watching the championships. The LOL championships and stuff. LOL. I hate saying that.
Nobody
watching LOL. What are you doing? Watching LOL. It's the LOL champs. What? That sounds like some sort of bad
We
channel,
have to acknowdelledge for a second. Sorry to interrupt you. That Delpete is in the chat right now. And he has to be in a bad way right now. Del, what time is it in your place? And we got to wait for the delay, but it's got to be...
I haven't had a death
4
threat
a.m.?
yet.
Breen, he's got to be coming for you, bud.
I haven't had a death threat yet.
Is your front door locked?
Oh, fuck.
Put the horns on, dude. Put the horns on.
Lock the windows.
Oh, Del. Oh, here we go. The gun's good. Yeah, and that he actually brings up a point. The game is so this goes for Guns fandoms. It's so pay to win that they not only factor like your level, your rank, your skill level, right? They factor what weapons you own into the matchmaking. Like these guys don't give a shit. They're just helicopter dicking it. They're just like, yep, it's free to play. Like, pay us money. Like that's how it's funny. Like I kind of want to root for them. They're so brazen about it. I'm just like, yeah, take my $15. I don't care. Like, I don't like money.
Their to give back in 2000.
Yeah, and I guess it's admirable in a way because so many games try to cloud it, and it's like, no, it's free to play. No, really. Like they try to just always cover it up, but these guys are just like, no, it is. Go ahead, come at me, bro, with your credit card. So that's pretty funny. But I was gonna say I would like to segue now into just some broad topics, and we're gonna I want to interact. It's the second half. We got 45 minutes. I mean, we can go whenever, but I like to try to keep it. Probably just did some emote shit, and I don't even know what that is. I like to keep it at 2 hours, but anyway, we're gonna go with some broad topics. You guys, I said some of my favorite personalities and companies usually. You guys are funny. I want to give you your room to kind of work, and Pup, you're okay. So, so we're gonna start off. I just have these are like questions I've gotten through like mailbags and things that I just thought were like pretty broad for me to answer in a mailbag. So.
And the first question is, what do you guys think about Misha Tate's new skirt? Oh my god.
I'm looking through here. I don't have anything like that. No, okay. So, if you had one game to play, guys, for the next, what did I have? 5 years? That sounds a little steep. So, let's say one game to play for the next 2 years. Whatever platform you want, what would that game be?
Goat Simulator Oculus Rift.
Flashlight. Don't leave the flashlight.
Yeah, flashlight.
Jesus Christ, it's leaving the batteries out of a fiber.
As long as me and Eggcrow can play as multiplayer, I'm with Eggcrow.
Co-op.
Boom! We got this.
I want co-op.
See you guys later.
Co-op. Oh,
Co-op.
Twitch interaction. Twitch, it's built in. Oh, God.
Yeah.
No.
It just auto streams. Whatever you have on there, it's auto streaming. Tough shit.
yeah. You get over your shame, sir. It's just you can't turn it off. It's just like if you want this bad enough, you'll just deal with the consequences. Breen would have his like real name as his Twitch handle. He would just do that wrong. Like yeah. All right, so I'm gonna let chat catch up. Are they answering me or are they answering something else? But one game in the next 2 years, I'm gonna give you guys some time to think about it. Mine's easy. I'll talk about mine. You guys think about MOBAs. For me, people might be surprised to hear that League of Legends or Dota. It really kind of doesn't matter. It's the only game to me that really for like I said, I have 5 years here. That sounds a little steep. 2 years, I know I get because honestly, I suck at MOBAs. So it would take me a year to get decent. And then another, and the beauty of MOBAs, and I'm kind of speaking to Dota and League specifically, not any new ones coming out. They change them so often. Like, they patch them, and that changes the whole freaking game and the whole meta. Like, it would be a new game every month or two. So, for me, it would be pretty easy. League of Legends or Dota. Probably you'd be surprised to hear, honorable mention for me would be Minecraft. Just because I feel like that game has a shitload of replayability. It really does. I mean...
How many times has it sucked me back then? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it gets me every season. It's the first season I have not... And I heard recently you guys are all playing on a server. Is that right? I'm like, no. My sponsor told me not to go back, because it's like every winter. I'm like, all right, you hit the Battlefield doldrums. You're just like, all right, like I'm waiting for DLC. I'm kind of over this. I've made 3,700 videos. Oh, Minecraft, let me do that. And no, not this year. I just was like cold turkey, not doing it. Because it's a great game, but it just sucks the life out of your life. So, all right, does anybody have an answer? Does anybody need more time?
I got one for you.
All right, go for it.
Mine actually is I don't know. It might be a little surprising to some, but maybe not to others. It would actually be one of the games that I started playing here recently again, which would be EverQuest 2. Simply because, and now hear me out, it is an MMORPG. Now, and just that basically encompasses the genre that I would try to stay in, even if it wasn't EverQuest 2 necessarily. But like those games in particular, I've played a ton of them. I've invested a lot of time into them. I played EverQuest. I played EverQuest 2. I played Guild Wars. I have not played Guild Wars 2. I played World of Warcraft. I played a game that like nobody's heard of, but it's still free to play. Called Repels. That's another MMORPG. I actually played that one with my wife, believe it or not, and we played it for several years. And like the way that the MMO RPG developers go about their game is just a little bit more of like they don't come out with new games. They can't come out with new games every year or every other year like you do with your first-person shooters and stuff like that. So if you're talking about, well, I'm gonna have to play this game for 5 years, I would obviously pick an MMORPG because those guys are gonna take care. They're gonna alcohol. They're gonna take care of their game.
Top hat or whatever.
I'm not sober. Del P just said I'm sober. I am, well...
Bullshit.
I call
I am
shenanigans on
not
that,
sober.
Dell is not sober.
If you're sober, you're ill. Like,
Exactly.
you're in the
But,
hospital. Like, I mean, Del, what time is it at your house? 4 a.m.?
I think he said
minutes.
it's half
5
5 almost.
Are you in jail?
I've known a
That
death
would be my
friend, so he
guess.
must be fine.
He's in the drunk tank. Of course he's sober.
By
But
the way,
basically...
Del, this does taste like hooker tears.
Hey!
Okay, I totally fabricated that. He has no idea probably what I'm talking about, but I think, Breen, we talked about it on Twitch, right?
You talking about it? Yeah.
That's all right. He'll run with it. He'll be like, huh? I think I probably said it.
No,
Go ahead.
like I said though, like those guys, they watch their games, and like whereas on FPSs we get
516.
DLCs. We get DLCs when we get a new like thing, right? Like, oh, here's a DLC. Here's 5 new shiny maps, or 4, and 2 new guns. Yay! Everyone, hooray! When an MMORPG gets an update, they get something called a fucking expansion. It's not a DLC because a DLC wouldn't do it justice. It is essentially a DLC, but it's one that you will pay 4 times as much for. You will pay full price for it, and it is a rebirth of the game. Like they add so much content in every DLC for every game I've ever actually bought. I'm not going to sit here and say like, especially with World of Warcraft, I didn't buy any DLCs. I played like to level 20 and put it down. But with a lot of other games that I have played, that they come out with these DLCs or expansions. I'm sorry. Like they basically just it's a new game.
Price-wise, yeah.
So and you just double up on your price. That's the way that they make their money. So if I had to pick a game that was the game that I played for the next 5 years, it would, without a shadow of a doubt, be an MMORPG. And just thinking off the top of my head right now, it would be EverQuest 2. Although right around the corner, either later this year or next year, EverQuest Next will be released. And if I have a choice,
Star Citizen. I mean, MMO is a strong choice. MMO is a strong choice. I think for me, if you had to tell me, MOBA or MMO would be. If I had to pick a genre for the next 5 years, it would be MOBA or MMO for sure. So, all right, Breen, you got one? All right, go ahead.
I want to say one more thing too while I'm thinking about it.
It always goes, guys. And
the alcohol is setting in.
I'll get another
the alcohol is setting in a little bit. Before I forget about it, and it's really just before I forget about it, I just wanted to say, okay, I don't know, like I want to see it in the chat.
Bro
if you think it's
right here.
Bro hug, guys. Now, I want to see it in the chat. If you guys think that it's a lazy development, all right. EverQuest Next is coming out. That is a new MMORPG. Now, in the meantime, they've come up with this new game called EverQuest Landmark, which is basically like EverQuest had a baby with Minecraft, where you're allowed to play the game and you can also make the game, like you're making a Minecraft world. And what they're going to do is they're going to take the best worlds or the best little things that people have made, and they're going to put it in the actual game. Does that not sound like some shady and lazy development to you?
That sounds like it's illegal in 42 states.
You were talking about EverQuest, so I was paying attention to chat.
Basically, they're letting players make the next game. Their dev team isn't even really working on the game, I think.
Hell, dude, if I could get people to buy like a dev kit to do my job for me.
That's what they're doing. Yeah. That's basically what they're doing right now. So anyway, I'm sorry.
You're going MMO. That's a strong choice. Your MMO of choice, or whatever it may be. I that would have been my second, or I guess third.
I was about to say, remembering that Goat Simulator Oculus Rift is an MMO, so he picked that too.
But it's not real yet, so Breen cannot pick that, and Jaxley cannot pick Sheep Simulator. So,
no way.
Oh, burn.
I mean, there's a whole market here we could be doing. The Oculus, it's a package deal. It's a Fleshlight Oculus package deal, and then you get a premium service of all the simulators that come out.
Hasn't Facebook just brought Oculus Rift?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that would get awkward.
Oh,
So then it automatically publishes when you're
Yeah,
online
automatically to your Facebook page.
It's like Jaxley just really enjoyed Sheep Simulator on the Oculus flashlight.
Hey, Mum, look at the flashlight.
He really enjoyed it for 4 minutes. Sorry, Jax, I say, but it's too easy.
Oh, we love you, Jax.
Meanwhile, he'd probably kill me in real life.
You just said I'm out.
But the voice, I think he's like a Nordic giant. But
Well, he is giant. He's just kind of thin, you know.
all right, Breen, what do you got? What Flash game, kitten in bubbles with rainbows and unicorns, would you be playing? Or would you do? What was it like? Skyscraper Simulator? That was probably your choice, wasn't it?
What?
That was
That game was
horrendous.
terrible. And I didn't play it, and I can tell you that game was terrible.
I played it for about 3 hours, and I made a video that was about 6 minutes long.
It was terrible. Just watching your video, I was like, because I was hyped on that. I was like, all right, this is. I'm weird like this. I like those simulators. I was like, this game
Yeah.
is bad.
No, it was horrendous.
What do you got? 2 years, one game. What do you got?
I would say Football Manager because it's
that is a
it's
good one.
different. Whatever team you pick, whatever league you pick, it's different. But
That's
most guys
true.
probably
That's a
don't play
good
it,
one.
to be honest.
I don't know if that would be
the
my first pick, but I could do that. I think.
Well,
Yeah.
2 years.
That's a long time though. Do you get roster packs?
Yeah.
I've got 66 hours in like 2 months.
Yeah. Well, that's why you hooked me up. Thankfully, on that little discount, I got to remind me on the post show to do that as long as it's still valid. Yeah, that's why I didn't buy the game.
Yeah, it takes your soul, then it just never gives it
my
back.
wife was pregnant with my first child, who's now 5. That's when I found this game. I was just like, God, I don't remember what puppy. You're with me on here. I didn't remember what it was like to be bored. You know, and at the point, my wife was on bed rest. I was home, not working much. I was like, fucking A. And all I had was my laptop. I didn't have a PC. I was like, I need a game to play. That's when I played Dwarf 4. I was scraping the bottom of the barrel. So I'm not a soccer guy. I didn't know anything about soccer. But I was like, I've heard this game is phenomenal. Let's try it. And I fell in love with it. The game was great. And it's now gotten me into soccer and everything. But it's a great game. Even if you don't even really know, it's a sports management game. But yeah, that's a good one, Jabrina. I could definitely do that one.
It's a simulator game again.
Yep. If you want the fleshlight and Oculus with that, I'm gonna worry.
Yeah, that would be
More than
slightly
sheep
weird,
and
wouldn't
goats, actually, because Gerard isn't gonna like that so much. If you do the Ibrahimovic, Oculus, and fleshlight, that would make an interesting Let's Play. Let's just say that.
it? God.
We're past the hour mark. We can go on that downward spiral now. So
Yeah.
all right, let's do it. We're there. Ding ding.
Oh.
So I'm empty, so we got to get to the 2 hour mark so I
yeah.
can go downstairs. All right, Egro, what do you got? 2 years, one game.
I probably have to piggyback on puppies, but instead of just picking the entire genre of MMOs, I'd probably just pick WoW because I actually did play that for 2 years at one point.
I did too. Probably.
And
Was 2
it
years?
just,
Yeah,
I mean,
MMOs
I could do whatever the heck I wanted in there. I used to raid. I used to do a lot of stuff in there. So, yeah, that's probably the only one that would actually hold my attention. Other than that, I mean, Battlefield 3 did, but at this point, it's. I mean, I played it a few days ago with a few of the 008 guys, and it was fun as hell.
Are you kidding me? Like
Yeah.
I bought the game. I had it. All right, so here's the thing. There's like this must have been like a Christmas sale now. You can get the game for like $4. I was like, take my money. Then I post in the forums, right? Oh, you guys are like, you're crazy. That's like going back to crack, whatever. So I'm all, disheartened, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I pay the fucking prescription for 2 months, so I pay $30 for the game, right?
Uh-huh.
Never log an hour, and now you're telling me you guys just play with a whole bunch of 008 guys.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And I mean, the gunplay was a hell of a lot better. The only bad part was I just remembered how bad suppression was because I did Puppy a favor and used the M60 and
Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about
God.
WoW. I'm like a drunken retard. All right, so you're talking about Battlefield 3.
Oh, it was bad, dude. I mean, you just sit there and just hold the trigger and I just see the little spiral bullets and then not hitting anything. Just, you know what, screw it.
It is
I'll hit
literally a
something.
spiral.
Yeah. It was awesome, but, they just need to sub everything from the sound engine from Battlefield 3 into Battlefield 4, and it just makes it better.
Well,
Quit your yawning. It ain't that late.
yeah. Oh, maybe it's you. I'm reading chat. Del and Breen, you'll get this right. I rage quit Football Manager when I started as Newcastle. I had to work under Joe Kinnear.
Yeah, I saw that.
I would literally pay a subscription to Del P's YouTube channel if he did a Let's Play of Football Manager with Newcastle. It would be hilarity.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
gold. I mean, it would just have to do it. I seen time. It said Kerbal Space Program. That could be. I could see someone playing that for a while. I don't know, about 2 years.
2 years.
I guess we should say should you get the updates with it? I think you have to, because I said League would be the patches, so you get all the. I could see that. Same thing, Minecraft. I could see that. MMOs. I think these are crazy. I'm trying to think of one that might be crazy.
I think the only ones you really can't do for 5 years are FPSs, to be quite honest.
Because the yearly turnover. So the next one I got, it kind of curtails with that. If all right. So let's say you had a magic mouse and you rubbed it and a genie came out, right? And he said you could be
a magic mouse. Huh?
What do I got? I'm looking around right now.
I'm picturing an actual mouse that he's rubbing.
Yeah, let's go. And a genie. All right, so you're not upset about the genie popping out part. It's the rubbing of what hardware that occurs.
What are you rubbing?
No, I mean the animal. Just like a mouse that you're doing and the genie pops out.
It's the RPG, right, Brain? You rub the RPG, the genie comes out. And he says you can be top 1 percentile. You can be elite in any game. What would that game be? So I gotta think about this, but it might correlate with my MOBA theme. I have to think a little bit, but Puppy, what do you got?
Give me a minute. Come back to me.
Like
Come back to me real quick.
MLG, like 1%, we'll say. Chat, why don't you chime in too while these guys think? Because these guys didn't have any preparation. So
you know what? I got an answer for you.
Egg roll beat you to it, so just simmer down, sir.
Go. It would be Farming Simulator. I mean, come on.
What?
Absolutely. Dude,
Yes.
come on.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Tractors on the pile? Hell yeah. Be the best in the world at that shit.
The top 1%, so you're like the best out of 34
farmer,
people.
the best potatoes out there, best carrots.
That's 1%.
Top of the market.
Just low riding that tractor by the market.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Two wheeling that thing by the fucking dealership.
Wearing the same hat too. Just go thread that shit.
Yeah. Wow. Jackson's on League. Well, I mean, I might have to go League just because you can make money at it, right? I mean, if you're gonna be top 1%, you might want to make some dough. So, Puppy, what do you got?
I would actually go Counter-Strike.
Really?
Counter-Strike,
Yeah.
Global Offensive, or any of the other Counter-Strikes, really.
Yeah.
Because, all right, look at it this way.
It's pretty good.
Ask any first-person shooter player what the hardest first-person shooter
Well, that's what I'm saying.
is.
So then your idea is then you can
if I
branch
am
off.
top 1% at the hardest first-person
Right, I
shooter
hear
out
you.
there, then I better be damn sure that I'm top 1% at all the other freaking ones.
There's a trickle-down theory there. Yep.
Yeah.
You just better hope it's not like one game for 2 years, because then you're screwed playing a single death. Yeah, you're
Screwed.
kind of gonna be the top 1% into the side of your head. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get away from League. I'm with Jax here, or just a MOBA engine. I mean, definitely would be League over like. I mean, Dota could be as good, but I'm going where the money is. I'm trying to think.
Wait, yeah.
Like,
Which
you know what I'd
one
be?
with the most
Oh, you know
money?
what I would do? Here's my answer. This is total a cop out, but I love it. YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah,
I would
the
be
game.
top 1% of YouTube.
The game.
Gommel. Ship the checks. Forward it to my P.O. box. PayPal me, bitch.
You want to get to a point where you post a 2-minute video on literally you doing nothing other than like taxes,
Is that the
and
top
be like, boom, 1.5 million views.
Now, I
What
want to
up?
get to the point where I take a trailer and I just re-upload that trailer
Yeah.
with an over like an annotation, no audio at all. Just an annotation saying I thought you guys would be excited about this. GG, forward it to YouTube. All right, PayPal. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm in touch.
Yeah.
I think Puppy's at a rave right now. He's like, he's got a bunch of lights flashing.
I would do 1% to YouTube for sure. But all right, if it had to be a game, because I mean, to be fair, I do often refer to, and people are like, "What's the game you play the most?" It's YouTube. But if I had to do a game, it would. Yeah, I guess I gotta go League. Top 1% of Minecraft, Puppy.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
Survival, hardcore, ultra hardcore. Breen's gonna starve to death again. Even though you're allowed to eat, even though you can eat, but that was one of my favorite double eight moments of
They
all
told
time.
me the rules, but I was in the toilet, so when I come back, I didn't hear the rules. It's like, I'm not allowed to eat this apple. I have an apple in my hand, but I can't eat it. There's a
still
skeleton there.
One of my favorite moments. I'm sitting there watching, like, he's not gonna starve to death. No, he's not. Yeah, and he starved to death. That's great. Good, GG, sir. Well, you can't pick. You can't pick Minecraft. So, all right.
No. I wouldn't want to pick a game because it's funny me being really bad at them. So if I was any good, then I don't know.
It would ruin your channel.
Yeah, it ruined the whole thing.
Like I could never pick Battlefield because it would just totally ruin my channel.
Yeah. But no, I don't know.
I'm just trying to catch up my
I'm not amazing at football managers. Maybe, I don't know, football. But that's not online, is it? It's not.
But top 1% of Football Manager would probably take the fun out of it too, because you'd just be like glitching like hell. You would like free transfer everybody that you're not supposed to. Yeah, it would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. A couple guys are with you on CS, puppy. I'm just reading.
I'm sorry, I was off doing something else. What?
Yeah, all right.
You posted some video that I don't want to check because
no, don't click it. You guys can't click it. You're hearing the dang thing with us. Come on now.
I'm not. I don't even know what you're talking. Oh, I see now. How to be successful with YouTube. Is this like the toast falling over?
No, it's Macaulay Culkin eating a piece of pizza.
You're serious?
Uploaded by Michael Jackson.
I am dead serious.
How many views does it have?
Oh god, I don't even.
Dude, there's a video of like a piece of toast falling over that has like 7 million video. It's.
Really?
Oh god! And then we wonder why our country's going to shit.
You want to talk about disheartening? Chelsea's telling me to join. I'm joining on League. Yeah, I think my answer's gotta be League. I'm looking for like kind of a funny answer. I don't know. I mean, part of me wants to say Battlefield 4, but then it's like you got a 1-year shelf life on that, and it's like back at zero, noob. You know, it's because every game's so different. It's not fair. I guess I would honestly probably go COD over Battlefield. I sound like such a money hungry bastard, but it's like there's money to be made there, you know. But
what about Armor?
Can't make money at Armor.
So it'd be the best guy out of 36.
Yeah.
I mean, is there?
No, like YouTube wise, like if you're good at Armor, Wasteland, sort of.
No, if you're telling me I could be top 1% of a YouTube game, it would be Minecraft probably.
Yeah.
Maybe COD.
Oh man, the Minecraft guys on YouTube.
I would just do song parodies for days and make all the money.
Paulie's exactly right. I'm already at top 1% of drunken disco flying. Done.
Piloting of Egg Roll Airlines.
Well, piloting's a little much. I can get in the air and then just, it stays in the air for a little bit and then it kind of violently hits the ground. Yeah.
Breen is best at starving to death.
I am, thank you.
It's still one of my favorite. Have you guys done another one of those yet? Because we
haven't. We haven't. No.
Let's just leave it there. It's like, what are you gonna do? Who won that? Who ended up winning that?
I think it was Urti.
No, it was DT.
Get out of here! It was Urti.
It was DT that won it, wasn't it?
Didn't we? Because
admin hacks.
I missed one, and then I was in the second one, and it pretty much ended up with just me and Urti. And he
would be the one that would win it.
Oh, he smoked me. We had some stupid sword battle where I hid behind some dirt. Wasn't even close.
Because he plays exactly. This is how it goes at Battlefield. He plays exactly how I want to play, and annoys the hell out of me. He's just so patient. He plays. It would be him. Because if it was DT, I would call hacks.
Yeah, he died by falling off wall spawning. Just
DT, top 1% at life, bitches. Yeah. You wouldn't hang out. You wouldn't hang out with us if you were top 1% of life. Okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
It was Boosh who won the first one. I remember now.
Oh, I think you're right. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yes,
DT just said in the chat. Yeah.
That's right. It was.
It was between DT and Boosh. Yeah. I remember now.
All right, let's go to the next question. Let's see here. Oh yeah, what was your first system? You guys? Oh god, he broke out the pipe. Oh boy, we just got super classy here.
I could light this motherfucker. Well, I would need to pack it, but. Yeah.
What was your first system, and what do you remember the game?
Who goes first?
Whoever. Puppy, you seem anxious.
I'm not anxious. I just was wondering who.
All right, we'll go with Breen first because I think I've started with each guys on the sides. Breen, what was your first system? And if you remember the game, I know mine for sure.
My first system was Windows 97. Was it 97? 95?
You didn't have a console before that?
What do you mean? What? Before, no, what? 99?
Gaming system. Like Nintendo, Atari.
Dude, 64 came out in like
N64.
96.
No, my first gaming was a PC.
Oh, good on you then. You elitist fuck.
I'm leaving.
Wow, I thought we were all gonna say like, Game Boy or something.
I'm only 23.
Oh. Wait, really?
He's like,
I'm older than you?
he's like
God
Windows.
damn.
He's like Windows 7 64-bit.
It was like Windows 95 or 97 something. First game I played was Theme Hospital.
Oh, the themes, yes.
Theme Hospital Simulation.
I played a lot of theme games.
It's all coming together now.
Theme Park. Roller Coaster Tycoon, all those. Those were, different games, but same idea. Yeah.
Yeah. I played all them. That was the first console I played on. I had an
Things are
PlayStation.
starting to make sense now, Breen.
What?
Just your videos and things.
That's very good.
Just your general all-around presence. Del Pete, we're gonna talk later. We're gonna plot his demise. Windows 97. Is your...
Shit.
Wow. All right. I didn't think anybody would say a PC, let alone a fairly recent one. But okay.
Oh, damn.
Noob.
I came late to the party.
Too busy 1% in life, right?
Yeah.
Too busy RPGing people.
All right, Eggroll, what do you got? What is your first system, and if you remember the game?
Let's see. If it's like, does handhelds count?
Whatever. I mean,
because like my first handheld console was the original Game Boy with like Mario.
Well, what's your first? Your first gaming system? What got you hooked on gaming?
Oh, Nintendo 64, and it was Mario 64 came with it, but GoldenEye was the one that got me into it.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Chad, what do you got? I just want to get Chad to chime in here, but go ahead. Yeah, GoldenEye would be a good one.
That was the first one I owned. The first one I played the fuck out of was SNES, and it was Contra. And me and my little brother played it. And,
do you know the code?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got?
Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, start.
All right.
Yeah.
That's like the secret handshake.
No, and oddly enough, the only reason I remembered that is because Archer just referenced it through hexadecimal in the place.
The funny part is you look down at your hands because you were like, dun, 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 dun. I have to do the same thing. It's like,
just wait.
Yeah, it's like a muscle thing. I got it. It's like an OG, like down low fist pump right there.
Heck yeah.
Puppy, what do you got?
Oh man, my first game and my first system was the Nintendo, and it was Excitebike.
That's a good one.
That wasn't what got me hooked on gaming, but that was my first one. I remember my dad actually got me introduced into that one. I was always playing games here and there.
I would do videos on Excitebike. Breakdowns, jump spots, everything.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah, man, that was some good stuff. But
so good.
the one that really lit my fire, that really got me passionate about video games, because I was kind of, I guess, what we as gaming elitists would call a casual. Before I would, when I made the transition from a casual gamer to a hardcore gamer, was Red Faction for the PlayStation 1. And even then, the reason, it took a while for me to do it, but the reason why is because, like, before that, like, I felt like all the games were just like, it was fun, but it wasn't really that hard, nothing was that hard. And then Red Faction came out, and I don't know if you remember this, but Red Faction was the first game ever that made you play on console using 2 sticks to aim.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I've never played it, so yeah.
Before that, there was no other game that made you use both sticks to aim.
It was also one of the first with
how did you do that? What I don't
deformation.
understand. Like, what was on, like, y-axis, x-axis? How did?
Well, I mean, like you play on Xbox now. Like, you play Battlefield 3 on Xbox. Like, you use both sticks. One goes forward, backwards, straight left, and straight right. And the other one, looks around.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Whereas before, that wasn't the case. Before you had the D-pad, and on N64 you had a D-pad and a stick.
Yeah. I was thinking AD, just aiming, but yes, okay.
And you know, and even before that, you know, you take it to like Duke Nukem 60 or not 64 Duke Nukem, just the OG Duke Nukem or Doom or Quake, you know, any of those original PC games, and even they didn't really use a mouse. Sure, you clicked, but you couldn't actually look diagonal. Like you looked left and right and up and down, and that was it. So it was like one of the first games that really introduced to me anyway, like free look, like where you could look
Where
anywhere.
this is gonna go? Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah.
And like to me, just the difficulty that added in that day and age was like it's on because, you know, like at the time, you know, there was like probably 12 or 13 or 14 of us that all were in the neighborhood that would try and play, and we'd all gather at the same house, you know.
You could,
but like
crotch
at the
chop
time,
them right in their face and be like,
yeah, but like at the time you could only get 4 people on a console at
I
a
just
time.
took 4
you know?
out in Duck Hunt.
And,
Eat it.
and that was awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, it was awesome.
you
But I
would
mean,
swag
like
to the bus stop next day, like nothing
that's
else. Man.
yeah, that's what started it for me.
And that's what it. I was about to say, and with the consoles, Odd Job officially made me hate bowler hats and just everything involved with assholes who used Odd Jobs. Yeah. Yeah. Still looking at your puppy. Don't even care.
Yeah, see, I don't have, I'm trying to think of the game that got me.
And he's gone.
Were we supposed to tell you something? All right. Yeah, for me it goes back to Nintendo and Super Mario. I'm like not original at all. Nintendo Super. I'm Puppy. How old are you? You're close to me, but
I'm gonna be hitting the 30 mark this year, man.
oh god, you're way behind me then. So all right.
It's
So
fucking old.
yeah, I'm 36. Yeah, so I'm Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers. Host, you know, my mom and dad had a bad marriage. My cousin's mom and dad, my aunt and uncle, I guess that would be, had a bad marriage. They had both managed to have like a really bad. I think it was Christmas season, which God, this is so depressing. It wasn't at the time because I was too young to know. My mom and my aunt and us kids got shipped up into just some new house. I'm gonna lay on the couch for a little while and just talk to you guys. But we got a new house, new whatever. But I got a Nintendo for Christmas, so it didn't matter what else is going on in my life, right? So me, my sister, and my 2 cousins just played Nintendo like a mofo for 2 weeks. I would like all. And now I look back and there's all this drama going on around us. We didn't care. We were beating Metroid. We didn't care. We were beating Mario Brothers. You know, so that was where, and I think all of us would go back to that and say that was where we started. So I'd have to go back to Super Mario Brothers, and the original Nintendo was where I was like, all right, I'm a gamer. And then, you know, Duck Hunt was where I realized I was awesome at first-person shooters. You know, that's where I was like, Gommel. That dog didn't even laugh at me. He was just like, dude, pretty good.
You pro.
I'm trying to think of like what the first-person shooter was. I mean, 007 is a pretty good one where I was like, whoa, you can do what? Like you can like split screen and just like that was with the competitive thing where like dude I can just own you and just be in your ear the whole time doing it. So I miss like, you know, that kind of association.
You screen peeking.
Yeah, exactly. That was the best. It would be like 27 dudes in a 5x8 bedroom. You know, nobody in my tax bracket had big rooms. We were all piled in. It was like bleacher seating in the back, like lawn chairs on lawn chairs. Guys were like, oh, that was
we did
great.
that shit with Halo, and it was amazing. God,
I'm trying to think. Yeah, that was probably the one that lit the spark. But like, it might be like Battlefield 2 that really like was like, wow, where's this going? So, but yeah, I mean that's kind of my arc, but. I gotta go back to the original Mario Brothers. I mean, I played stuff before that, you know, like Coleco and Atari, but I don't really remember that stuff. So, and that's like museum stuff for you guys.
Well, see, I had actually played some of that Atari stuff because when I started playing, my stepfather, I call him Dad because I grew up with him, but my stepfather he had an Atari when he moved in, you know, so like cool guy Dad moving in with an Atari
with a console,
you know,
sure, yeah.
Yeah, you know, so I mean, like, I played on Atari, but, like, the first game that I actually played, like, I think most of my childhood was actually spent kind of watching, you know, him play, and then finally he was, I guess, with Nintendo and Excitebike, he's just like, you want to turn? I was like, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's such a that's like one of my classic favorite games ever. Because it was like the first game that let you design your level.
Yeah.
Like, how cool is that? Like, you could do whatever.
You make your own level.
Yeah. RBI base. Do you ever play RBI baseball? I mean, that was like the
Yes.
original like suck my dick to someone sitting next to you. You're just like, yeah, like that was the first FPS like troll videos for RBI baseball. Like sitting right next to someone, be like, tried to curve shit again, dude. Like that was. I played so many hours of these. Oh man,
It was so good.
friendships were broken. Let me tell you. All right,
Actually, I just remember you sparked a memory. The first like
That's what you guys
FPS that really got me into like that type of stuff, because I was already a fair bit of a gamer, but really got me into like seeing like, oh shit, PC gaming is like crazy cool. Was Delta Force 2, which I'm now knowing is a game that almost no one played, but I thought it was fucking awesome because it was like one of the first military shooters that had like really cool missions, had guns that I actually could look up and actually existed in real life. And it was, I mean, looking back at some of the screenshots, it's like, dude, how was that a guy?
It's always
like,
crazy.
That looks like crap.
Oh, you look back, you're like, this game was. I mean, you just look at like Battlefield 2. I look back and I'm like, that game to me was like mind blowing, because I was that was like when I was in my early 20s probably, and I was like going out drinking, not really gaming as a focus, but then this game was like, hit the brakes. Like, what does this game do? Well, I gotta carve out time for this game, and then you look back now, you're like, what the fuck was I doing? What? This game looks terrible. Like, but at the time, like that was like one of the first games. You're like, what? Like crazy thing, and I was just like, now you look and you're just like, that game was horrible, and we all know now that graphics aren't everything, but.
Let's see. I just posted a link in chat. That's what I thought was mind blowing graphics.
Oh, I'm gonna click this. It's probably gonna ruin the whole stream. Oh, that is pretty sweet.
Stream
crash.
That is some blur. I see 4 or 5 trees. That is a sweet crosshair.
You can actually see the pixeling.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought it was freaking awesome.
But it's the same idea. Like I'm saying, Battlefield 2. You're just like, sweet, and you look, you're like, oh my god. I see the Sims here from Crazy Cookies. Command and Conquer Red Alert. I definitely spent a lot of time.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
I spent a lot of time on that one.
Like gaming. Yeah, I mean, maybe you guys aren't the same. It's like a story of my childhood. I had a pretty solitary childhood, from the sounds of it. Like hour sync games, like CNC Red Alert. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many hours I spent on that game. Holy smokes! Like you're saying, jogging memories. This might get sad quick. Super Nintendo.
And then here's how we wrap up Friendly Fire. Just depress the shit out
Culprit
of you.
crying on his birthday. Thanks, guys.
Make you feel old.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Do I have a better? Oh, actually, you know what? Chat. Is there any questions you want to ask us? I think I don't have many more. None that aren't really redundant. All right. Well, first, chat. If you have any questions. We're going to wrap it up soon, probably in the next 10 or 15 minutes. And we'll do a post show if you guys want to hang out. You're free to leave then. I know you guys don't want to, probably. But actually, Breen, it's probably pretty late for you.
No, it's fine. It's
that same genie that you rub your mouse or your RPG, Breen, whatever you like to do, it comes out and says, I will build you your ultimate gaming setup. What would you pick? So, in essence here, I'm boiling it down to, would you go PC?
Or console.
Would you go console? Money's not an object.
Question: can you hook up the PC to a giant TV?
Well, you can't
Because
pick
that's-
everything. I was going to say that now. So, I mean, all right, so PC to a... Why would you hook a PC to a TV?
Because if
I
you
do that
actually
all
get
the
72
time.
inches of shit in front of me, that's gonna be awesome.
God,
Like,
you're so showing your noob card here. You really are.
yeah.
I moved from console to PC.
You
want
to hook your console to a monitor. You don't want to hook your PC to a TV.
Nah, whatever. Screw that crap.
Couch warrior. It's like
Heck yeah,
I'm not going to hate on you for
comfortable
that.
while I
I get that. But that's not a legitimate answer. We don't accept that here.
No. No.
All right, so what would you pick, Eggroll? What would you? Let's say, what I'm trying to think of, two grand. Genie comes out. Genie's got a budget. He's balling on a budget. Genie says, "I'll set you up with your ideal right now, and you're on 360. So would you?
Yeah.
Would you go X1? Would you go PS4? Would you go PC?
I would go probably
You would
X1,
go X1.
and then and my big deal is like I have all my shit on Xbox already, and I don't know. I
You're supposed
really
to say friends. You're supposed to say friends.
well that too. I mean they're kind of
Somewhat important.
But
okay.
but the big thing is I like the ergonomics of the 360 controller better than the PS 4 controller. It's just shitty. That's my thoughts.
I think it's
And
pretty
then
valid.
yeah, and then I would probably just hook it up with a nice TV and do whatever. I mean, that's one of those where I'm kind of a Microsoft fanboy anyways, so I'm okay. Give me the hate, but whatever. I'm sticking with Xbox.
He wants to stay a peasant. It's okay.
Uh,
He's quite happy. Yeah. No, Warwick. What's with Kay rubbing stuff?
that's what distracted me. I'm like,
It's my birthday last night, Aardvark. Figure it out. Breen, what do you got? 2K budget. Whatever system you want. I think you're going to go with a new, what was it, GPU? What was the culprit of... culprit? Irony here.
My GPU broke, and it was blue screening for months.
So
and
I think you're going to get 6 of those.
I'll buy 6 of them, and I'll install them all side by side.
Redundancies. And you'll save on heating. So yeah, that's a win-win.
No, it's fine, yeah. But if I had $2,000, I'd buy something completely different to what I am now.
Well, let me ask
just
you,
make sure it works.
Would you do, or go back in time, would you do PC again, or would you just go next gen? And I'm not trying to breed hate. I'm trying to breed discussion, obviously, and we're going back and forth. But
yeah.
Breen has had a pretty rough time. So
Yeah, I have.
Would you say it's worth all your troubles?
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing console and a lot of fun playing PC.
Yeah.
But with PC, you've got to put up with a lot more crap and a lot more problems and stuff. But the quality difference and the frame difference, you do really notice it when you move. Like when you play console, you're like, it's fine. But then when you move to PC, like, this is beautiful.
All right. If you don't know any better, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not very good at PC or console, so if
I'm
it
with
looks
you.
beautiful, I'm happy.
Yeah. PS1.5. I wouldn't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Polly says my ultimate gaming setup involves a personal chef. That sounds good to me.
But I would ultimately just go with PC, to be honest.
Just a higher end system is what you just one that works.
One that works. For
You sorted out now though, right?
Yeah, it's all working out.
All right, good man. Good. Well,
Just
I mean,
my
it doesn't take
maintenance
much to
skills.
play Flash games and simulators, so.
Yeah.
But that Oculus flashlight, you might need 4K on that. So.
Oh, that's fine. I'll buy that.
Well, the Goat Simulator doesn't have a high resolution, so you might be okay.
I'll kickstart that. That's fine.
Green Kickstarter, a flashlight, and what was the hood in the old days? Not the Neo.
Oh, God.
Whatever the.
today.
Let's do this budget.
Just like, it's a Kickstarter with a flashlight, an Oculus Rift, a hood to hide your shame, and then 15 Goat Simulator games.
And a Goat soundtrack.
We're on to something here, guys. Let's do it.
Kickstarters, everything kickstarts, so why not?
That'll probably get us on a few terrorist watch
Facebook will
lists.
buy us. All right, Puppy,
NSA are on to us. Oh, God.
Puppy, what do you got?
Oh man, for
You're
2,000
actually
bucks.
right on the fence. That $2,000's probably a good number. I mean, you definitely do a console setup. You can do a pretty darn good PC setup.
You know what though? Like honestly, like just looking around at what I have,
You're pretty close to it right now.
I got the setup, man. Like I'm sure I can
Get a
improve
cap
something.
card,
There's always
about it.
room for improvement. You can get a bigger TV or a better sound system or a better headset. You know, I got Turtle Beaches. I could get Astros or my monitor is only 20 inches. I could get 30 or 40 or whatever. You know, I could buy another one, and so I'd have 3 instead of 2. But honestly, like what I have, I'm fine with. So I'd probably just spend my $2,000 on an Oculus Rift and a flashlight.
There you go.
It's right here. We're taking pre-orders, folks. We are. It's a package. If somebody doesn't do this, they're fucking morons. Maybe not through PayPal, but
I think they already did
I
taken
think
that
Vivid is in negotiations right now.
shit. Yeah.
Dopey, for $2,000, I'd buy hookers and have them fight each other. I think that's GG.
I don't
And
think
you would
that's
start
how
a
hookers
you'd
work.
start a Twitch channel and make
And live
all
stream
of
it.
your money back in 3 minutes.
Flash Goat Rift.
Oh, that sounds terrible. That sounds like the goat sick, whatever the channel.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
Puppy, you just crossed the precipice. I mean, it's just,
That wasn't me. I was just repeating what I read.
Are we going to end the show on a goatsy reference? Like, really?
it would be about appropriate. Because I haven't
True.
seen any. I'm trying to read for a legit. Oh, hold on.
Well, the problem is you have all the trolls in
Yeah,
the
I know.
podcast right
It's
now.
totally, this
So
is the cesspool of our friendly fire chat right now. I love it though. I'm just trying to catch up. All right, guys, give us one more legit question to end on. It can be retarded. It can be semi-retarded.
if you were given multiple midgets, what would you do with them?
It's
Build the
cover 'em
ultimate
in
midgets.
Velcro, and
Stack
I'd play
them?
along with
Yeah,
those.
I
Yeah. Build the ultimate midget.
What else do you do with them? Well, did you see the shirt that DT post that link again?
Yes,
That was
that was-
fantastic.
That was amazing.
I am such... Dude, why is there not a Game of Thrones MMO right now? That needs to happen.
Because literally
Trademark.
the ending,
I'm going to mail it to myself. You guys can't do it.
The ending is everyone dies.
No, the
You
ending is the
respawn-
author dies. And nobody knows what the fuck happens. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
That
like
fuck.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, the MMO. You start and you have like you hit a
Everybody
level cap
dies.
and you immediately die.
He just dies. Your head just gets cut off.
Yeah.
Great. Or you bang your sister and then die.
Yeah.
What?
Spoiler alert! Spoiler!
Fuck.
Wow, sorry, I didn't mean the spoilers. You guys think I'm really crude right now, but the fact is I'm reviewing the actual series.
I've never seen it, but
A spoiler, done, don't even watch it.
I won't even watch it now. No,
No,
I'm done.
done.
You ruined it for me.
What's a kind of 5-word mystery review? Head cut off, bang sister, push kid off tower, dragons, and hand.
Puzzles?
gold.
Dragons and puzzles? Puzzles and dragons?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
What the hell's a lolicon, Vale?
I don't know.
Does anybody know that for $4,000? I do a lot of things for $4,000, but
It sounds dirty.
yeah, it's got to be for if he's putting up money for it.
Yeah.
Does the oh, wow, Patel, that's not even right, puppy. All right,
What did
midget
I
tossing.
do?
I think anybody would. A midget tossing of the Empire State Building. That's not. I mean, I would do that.
I wouldn't toss them off the Empire
Unless
State Building.
I'm not a tall dude, but
You know what? I don't know that I could actually bring myself to toss a midget around, but I had just watched.
I would throw one into a Velcro wall in a second. I almost did it in
Wolf,
Cancun.
Wolf of Wall Street or whatever.
I
where
mean,
they-
if he's
they-
getting paid for it, there's no shame at all. I would just walk up to a guy and grab him, throw him against the wall.
I would like
Hey!
to see.
eat wall, sucker.
I would like to see what would happen if you put a midget in a catapult and then like
Why are we
put a
so
Velcro
fixated
wall
on
at the end.
midgets tonight? Did I miss a mem?
No.
Oh, okay. No, it's because I'm reading chat. It's like every question is about Tyrion Lannister. Roll.
What's in the- Or better yet, get one of those like thrones on a one of those carriers, and just have a bunch of midgets carry you around. It'd be awesome.
So it's like you're not even on a chair at all.
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of midgets carrying around a normal sized dude.
That would look totally ridiculous. It'd make you look like a man, like just
Yeah, just
huge.
look at me.
Look at that
I'm
giant.
awesome.
No, he's just on a chair carried by midgets. Wow.
Roll a midget down Everest. That's a
I need
a
to come
thought.
up with another question here.
How did this even turn on to midgets?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I think
I
missed
don't
something.
know.
I mean, I know we've had our
We're
fun.
stuck on it now.
The
Yeah,
last 10
I'm
minutes, just
fixated.
midget.
midget skydiving formations.
I don't want to end on the Gotza.
Oh god.
An entire carnival staffed by nothing but midgets, and see if anyone actually notices.
Like a fun
If
house.
anyone gets on the ride.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, should we just trademark now the Oculus flashlight midget game?
Let's do it. Wait. I'm on it, guys.
Is this
You
where we're
carry on.
going? Is this where this is going?
I'm back in 5, guys.
Better yet, none of the carny workers can actually work on the
Little
ride
people,
because it's too
little
short to
fleshlight.
actually go on it.
Oh, I can't go up to get you off the ride, man.
I'm sorry, miss, I can't reach you.
My eyes are
This is
watering.
so like not. This whole last 10, 15 minutes has nothing to do. Like it's such a tangent. It's great.
Not even close.
And the chat is worse. I'm glad I'm documenting the chat.
Oh, come on, man. You know when we
Your
got-
crimes have been noted.
This witness has been led. Oh, his man.
I got it.
Popping in.
You have midgets in Great Dane chariots and then have them race around. That'd be awesome.
Wow, just have a regular dude on a horse.
Because Great Danes and midgets are funnier.
But it's the same thing.
I know, but it's tiny. Tiny things are funny.
Well, why don't I have a midget on a Great Dane race a regular dude on a horse?
There you go. Boom. We
That's
got
called
this.
balance, folks. I can do this. Look out, Kurtz. Oh,
The alcohol is taking a course.
I know. I need to
Juan,
go
this
get
is just
more.
me
That's
sober.
why I'm waiting for one more comment so we can.
This is soda.
Come on, give us something.
Yeah, this did pretty good. I would recommend. GG, definitely RE of this. Yeah, 11.7 alcohol by volume. It's basically a bottle of wine. Not bad.
A bottle of wine. Wow.
Right?
I
Isn't that what a bottle of wine is?
think I've collectively. I have 2 boxes of my stuff of Mike's harder.
Dude, you can't call my man card out while you're drinking. Like,
I'm not
women
calling your
juice.
man card out. I make fun of beer anytime I can.
So Mike's
you're
Harder
drinking
Lemonade's like
a
a grand total
popsicle?
of like 2.5 ABV, baby.
Actually, it says it's 8%. I don't know.
He's so tipsy, he's got to go back and have a sleepover and talk about Justin Bieber.
Come on, guys. It is definitely some bitch brew, but it's whatever, man.
Hey, man, it's whatever does it. That's where I'm at. That's why I'm waiting to go down into my
It's-
garage.
It was cheap and it got
Oh,
the
the
job.
woodchuck question. I don't even want to go there, Polly. And there's a link in chat, which I know better. Somebody else can click it, but I'm afraid it's going to just totally take over my screen.
No,
It's
Yeah, that
Jackson,
link's
though,
from
so it's
Jax.
Semi.
Don't-
Yeah.
no.
Don't click that. Just never trust Jax.
It's a Jackson.
It's a sheep
I
of
I saw a
some sort.
Snapchat photo the other day in the Skype chat. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we
That
don't
was
need to see that.
interesting.
Oh, that was Jax, huh? I've heard about this, but I did not see it, and I have no desire to.
You're not missing anything.
All right,
At all.
then. So we're gonna wrap this up. We are right a little over 2 hours, and it's just spiraling into more nonsensical stuff. So we're gonna officially end it now. So, Eggroll, Breen, Puppy, you know the drill. You guys are welcome to stick around. I'm gonna close the stream down. I'll put it right back up. It's gonna be the post show. We're just gonna hang out. I'm not gonna stay on too late tonight, but I always like to kind of just talk with the chat. It's the guys. This is
It's
just
funny.
basically 008 hanging out. It's fine. It's exactly what I wanted. But I'm gonna run, take a piss,
Yes.
get another beer.
I'm gonna have a
And,
cigarette.
There you go. So
And I'll-
we meet
I'll
back in like
return.
5 minutes. But first of all, Eggroll and Breen, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
It was exactly what I probably thought it would be. It was topical for the first hour, and then just spiraled out. And that's fine. I've been actually talking
Yeah.
about your pairing for a while, and I was fine. I knew it would be Shenanigans, frankly, and I love that it worked out for my birthday. That was kind of good.
Yeah, that's good, man.
And I didn't really have to do anything but just let you guys off your leashes. So,
Yeah.
Puppy, it's nice to hear you talk a little bit this week,
Yeah.
and I do appreciate the suit. I love a man in
So
a
I'm
suit.
saying I got dressed up for your birthday. Happy
That's
birthday,
nice.
bro.
That's nice. I don't know. I did too.
This is
I
my
got
fancy poncho.
the
The
whole
only way
suit
this could be
package,
better is
though.
if it was
Like,
sleeveless. I think, right?
I got the whole suit package, but I was a little afraid to show it off
You got the whole
because I know
suit
you're
in
going to
the
upload this
package?
portion to YouTube.
That's-
So I
there's
didn't
a-
want to show off the whole bit to the people that might be on YouTube.
You want to leave them wanting more
the upper
Right.
because
half.
that's why they want to go to your channel, right?
Yeah,
So-
you're
Which
well,
is linked
yeah.
down below.
So,
Link down below to see the rest.
Another level marketing right
And
there.
for those that have showed up to the stream, the after show.
Oh,
I think that the upper half is business suit and the lower half is birthday suit, and that's just not good.
it's like a mullet. It's like business on top, party down below. Wow, this is good. Is this
Neil
gonna be
Star
like
says, "Don't get
me-
cancer."
Me, Eggroll, and Breen leave, and I come back to just Puppy stupidly rambling at the web chat because he's so drunk.
Yeah.
That's been done. That's actually
Been done
occurred.
before.
Absolutely. But yeah, and chat, thank you so much. I mean, so many people said happy birthday. I just couldn't, not to sound it, but it's like, Mandalore, thank you, and I've seen it by a lot of people. You're just still around, but it's actually been a really good birthday. I had a great time with my family. Went out last night, and then this, like I said to Ertzi on yesterday was my family. Tonight is my friends. It's been pretty darn good. I can't deny that I wouldn't. It's kind of crazy, actually. It's that like this was definitely a part of my birthday, kind of
Yeah.
hanging out, and
Yeah, that's cool.
it's just as important to me. And I know it's cheesy, and but I spend a lot of my time on here, so and I'm nothing wrong with that. So. But thank you so much, chat. Hang out if you want to hang out. We're gonna come right back. I'm gonna, a couple of us are gonna get out, but we're gonna be back. If you want to check out the baby blue tuxedo shirt as it walks out the door, I will not think any less of you as a man, because I was. I'll probably wear this backwards tomorrow. I'm just saying, woo.
Inside out the next day. We're good.
Well, yeah, let's not, see what my wife is into. But, pace yourself. This is a fine garment. We don't just turn this inside out here. This has got look at this thing. This is nice. This would be hilarious if I just cut this out and just let this be chest hair. This would be fantastic. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming out. It's been a good time. I'm just trying to keep a chat. I'm going to shut down, come right back. Egg roll, Breen, and Puppy like always. Thanks, buddy. We will be back in a couple minutes.